last played Grix, a long rest has been put in.
Yes, you've all got long rests.
Ooh.
Dope skis.
Actually, this recap is going to be, I guess, pretty important. Pretty
Wait.
important.
Do me and Simo have long rests?
No.
You got them last time.
Okay.
I mean, I
You
didn't take damage from that fight. So.
Just a little preamble as well for their hot dog. I have yet to still update my character sheet to level 2, so I'm still using D&D Beyond.
Okay, that's fine.
Just so you're aware. I will keep you in the loop with HP and shit, obviously.
It's all good.
I have a feeling we're gonna be fighting like a big old boss today. Probably the BBEG today.
Probably.
Just close it out, baby.
Oh.
Okay, let's get into it, folks. Last session, what happened? Last session. Oh yeah, you started last session going to sleep, eating some fish, and then you, Feyorn got woken up by a spider pulling on his nose hairs, and turned out to be a druid that he knew, named Farron Castellar, who he works for at the Grove, overseeing the shrine to Obadiah. And Farron was like, hey, guess what? I heard you were here, and I need you to come do something for me. And Feyorn was like, okay, we're all going to go. Great. So they found out. Now, Ethan, you're going to have to plug your ears for this one because you don't know this. They found out that... Yep. Well, I mean, whatever. You don't actually have to plug your ears, but you don't know this. Your characters don't know this. They found out that there were some gobbies, some goblins, forming a little tribe outside of the Dreadwood Forest, apparently planning some sort of attack. When they got there, they found out that they were being led by some sort of orc that turns out you've all seen before because he was on the ship with Mr. Wyatt. So he was organizing some sort of attack of some kind. They had an owlbear that had a muzzle on that was being controlled by some goblin boss. It was a crazy little thing. They end up scrapping. They tried to keep the orc intact. And secretly, Wyatt saw to it that the orc was not kept intact, as the orc seemed pretty intent on talking about a couple of interesting things about Wyatt. So down he went, and the fight continued. They battled on, some cool stuff happened, and they overcame. Feyorn had a conversation with an owlbear who said, I'll see you later, literally, I'm going to come hang out later, and walked off like a cool guy. The last thing that happened was Peaches decided that she needed to go follow some glowing mushrooms into the Dreadwood Forest, despite Farron's warnings. They tied a vine to her waist, she went in, followed the trail, had a conversation with a skeleton, and then was somehow teleported many miles away back to the path that led to the haunted house. So, that is what happened. We are going to start off today's session. Keep in mind, actually, before we start off, Grix, we're going to come to you. Keep in mind you have to figure out what you did with that hobgoblin corpse. And then Milo, you have to be ready to kind of do your thing. But we'll have you both kind of returned to the haunted house in some regard. Okay, so we come back to the scene of the vine that was tied around Peaches going slack. And those of you who are holding on to it, certainly Farron is, feeling it go slack, and he gives it a little tug, tries to feel it connected to something, starts like slowly reeling it back and realizes there's nothing, or at least it feels like there's nothing connected to the end. And as he's pulling it back, he says to the two of you, this is your fault. If she's not on this thing, against all my warnings, and he just keeps reeling it in, this is your fault. Nothing to say?
I don't think anything is my fault if someone went on their free will.
Nobody helped me stop her.
That's not my problem.
Well, it's going to be your problem that she's not going to be around anymore. She's probably gone for good.
I think you need to stop being such a Debbie Downer. Is he always like this, Feyorn?
I don't know. I mean, you seem pretty concerned, but I think she'll be okay. I agree with Wyatt.
If she's not on the vine, then where is she that she's okay?
Didn't she tug that she's fine and then it went limp? You know what I mean? It was like immediate. She went tug once and then adios, senorito.
I'll believe it when I see it. And he just continues reeling it, and after about a minute, the end of the vine comes back, and it looks like it's been kind of tightened in around something. And he reels it all the way back, and he sees that there's some sort of animal skeletal hand that has been tightened where Peaches once was, and it's flipping the middle finger at the end of the rope. What the hell is this?
I think that's for you.
Is this a game to you?
No. I think you need to lighten up. The signs are evident. One, she tugged, she's fine. Then it goes limp. Then you get the bird. Maybe she gave you the bird. Tell you to fuck off.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can be 11 total.
11 total off a 6. Jesus. Maybe you're right. Maybe she did mean the bird, and she just couldn't find a bird skeleton. I mean, what other way would you signal bird? That's a good point. She might be okay. And then he kind of like perks up, and you hear this kind of like tweeting through the. It kind of sounds like it's like bouncing around the trees, coming from the east or the west rather. And he kind of like peeps up, and then a bird comes and flies on his shoulder, and he like leans into it. He just takes the hand out of the rope, unties it, ravels it back up, puts it in his sack. She's fine. Well, I guess my debt needs to be paid.
That's right. Now we're talking about some positive things.
What is it that you were hoping for?
Well, you see, I'm in the market for some very specific plants to make some very specific beverages.
And what plants would those be?
I need 2 potions to be created for me. Feyorn's been quite helpful in creating one. I'm gonna need another one for this idea that I got. So the first is a potion that can knock someone, put them to sleep. Feyorn's been so kind to help me with my mother. Get a good night's rest these days, but might need it for an operation. We're currently trying to save some people from that mansion. That potion could come in handy.
And What exactly does the potion need to do? Exactly.
Put someone to sleep.
For how long?
The longer, the better.
Okay. We can. I can make that happen. I think I know the plants you're speaking of, and I can have them delivered maybe tonight.
All right, well, I've got another one for you. I'll look at Feyorn and I'll say, might be in our best interest to cover our tracks if things do go a little bit south. So might be in our best interest to maybe also look for some sort of memory loss potion. I know Sambalet means well, but generally we don't know where this dude is from. So maybe wiping his memory of us, if things go sour, would be of great benefit. So memory loss spell, or sorry, not spell, potion is the second thing.
That is going to be a little bit tougher to pull off. I can see what I can find, and I can bring you the implements you'll need. However, I don't think that I could get anything that is quite as long term as you're talking about. That is some powerful, powerful herb mixtures you're talking about. I could possibly, maybe a month. We could get something to clear it for a month, but you're going to need to brew that thing overnight.
Well, maybe we can get the month, and if you find anything else, or maybe you can point us in the right direction for something a little bit more long term, I think that'll all suffice.
Okay. I'll bring you what I can find. Certainly, we can get you something that'll put somebody to sleep for about 24 hours. You just need to be a little bit careful with them. If they take any kind of bumps or bruises, it's going to wake them up. A little bit of a sleeping princess situation. Quite like your Sanballat.
That's right.
I can make that happen.
Right, so to recap, make sure your memory is all there. Sleep, memory, and if you can point us in the direction for something a little bit more long term, that'll do just fine. And we'd appreciate maybe some discreetness on the matter.
I will have a small creature deliver it.
Feyorn, I trust you're going to be able to put these materials together.
I think so. Maybe not the memory loss potion, but I'm sure Phrank can tell me how to do it.
Yeah. Right, Feyorn?
I will. I'll send instructions for what I know. But Feyorn, you've been surpassing my teachings lately, so I think you'll be able to figure it out. I'll send some vials for you to keep it in as well. It's dangerous stuff. Do not get it on your fingers.
Anything is appreciated. And if you want to add onto that note a further direction for something a little bit more long term, you can do so as well.
We will at the Grove. We'll work on something for you.
And if you ever need some goblins' heads bashed in, just you know where to find us. I'm sure the birds be chirping left, right. We'll be there.
Right. Actually, speaking of which, the message I have received is that your friend somehow is many, many miles away, back at your little house. I don't know how she got there. It seems impossible to me, other than some sort of deep wood magic. But consider yourselves lucky that she came out there and not somewhere else deeper in the woods.
Well, hey, you gave us some pretty spooky words letting us know that it was going to be tough to find her again. And here she is, maybe moments later. I think you probably care more to interview her than us.
I do. And when the time is right, I'll stop by again and I'll ask the questions I need to. But for now, I don't like to sit around in debt. So I'm going to collect what I need for that payment, and I'll have it to you by tonight.
Hey, at least it's not gold.
Gold would certainly be an easier feat to find. But I will make it happen.
I'll kind of just like slap him on the shoulder. That's my boy. We'll be seeing you soon, or at least an extension of you.
Oh, and Feyorn, one day you'll learn to speak to those animals on your own. You won't need my help for that. You've grown quite a bit.
I'm learning.
And he kind of waves his hand over his little mushroom construct thing, and it expands back up to the size that you can fit in. He says, I'm going to send this back to where you need it to go, and it will return to me when necessary. But we're going to head our separate ways from here. Safe travels, and if you need anything else, just, I don't know, speak to your nearest bird, and hopefully I'll get the message.
Sounds good. Thank you, Feyorn, and pleasure to be of service.
He just heads off on his own way. And the cart is ready for you to jump into. Owlbear's gone. Everything's kind of cleared up. I will say there was still that loot in those crates that you had gone through. There was like the rations. There was some basic weaponry, basically like goblin short bows, goblin short swords, some daggers, some basic clothes like dark hooded clothes, rations, and this like large, basically like ceramic jug that looked like it had like a crack through it.
But Feyorn looted that. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't loot it. But wait, I thought you said it had a liquid in it.
Yeah,
That
so when you
was
pick it up,
unknown.
it like sloshes around.
Yeah. I don't care about anything else except I guess I'll just pick up the jug.
Okay.
As they're talking to each other. Does it have like a cork in the top of it?
It does, yeah.
I'll just pop the cork.
Okay. And you do, and it, like, you see inside, just looks like there's just water sloshing around inside. No smell to it.
It's a gamer piss jug.
Gamer piss jug.
That would smell.
Comes with a catheter.
Oh my god.
Can I pour a little bit out onto the grass?
Pouring up for the homies.
Yeah, so you turn it over to pour it, and nothing comes out. You can when you kind of hold it upright, you can look down and see that there is water sloshing around, and then you go to pour it out, and nothing comes out.
Okay. Can I aggressively shake it up and down?
Yes. Give me a strength check.
Whoa.
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
So strong.
For a 10. Yeah, so you shake it, you give it a pretty good shake, and at one point through one of the cracks, it just kind of seeps this like viscous, this viscous like whitish yellow liquid.
Ew.
Apple cider vinegar and baking soda.
How big is the jug?
It's about 1.5 feet tall, relatively slender.
Okay. And it's you didn't say it was clear, but you said it had a crack in it.
That's right. So it's like a brown jug with a really basic pattern painted onto it in just like a beige paint. It's a pretty basic looking jug.
Okay. I'll bring it over to Wyatt. Does this look... Do you know what's in this? I can't get it out.
Feyorn, you're the one that's the expert on substances. I don't think I am gonna have any better of an idea than you do.
I mean, you see a lot more oddities than I do. At least I think you do. You know, you smuggle stuff. Maybe you've seen something like this before?
Let's correct that verb, huh? Smuggled. Huh?
Okay. And I'll shake it to make it a sound, and I'll just like pour it. I'll flip it over. Like it doesn't. Nothing's coming out, but there's something in there.
Can I have a look and see if it's something I recognize?
Sure. Let's have both you at this point roll an Arcana check.
Ooh.
So,
Should I use my inspiration?
You're so arcane.
Nah, 6.
You're
so
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it
Game
OG.
show.
I'm gonna keep it OG 6.
Both of you got a 6.
It's 12. 6 plus 6.
yeah, 6 plus 6. We're helping.
You look at this jug and you're like, this feels magical in the sense that it's like a kid's magic trick because it's got water in it, but you can't figure out why it's not coming out and why some other liquid is coming out of the crack. Seems magical in that sense, like a sleight of hand kind of thing.
So just bring it. Maybe Sambalette knows what's up. Doesn't really matter to me though.
All right. I'll just put the cork back in and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Let's get a move on. The folks at home might be preparing us a nice sweet dinner for our arrival.
Okay. You guys getting on the mushroom cart?
Yep.
Okay.
Chariot.
Okay. Off you go. At this point, we're going to hop over to our other two. I'll say that
I'm gonna make some tea.
serendipitously, you guys come across each other. This is the next day. You come across each other it's about 2 in the afternoon. And you're just outside of that cross section where it forks off down the path towards the haunted house. Grix, you come out of the woods after a night with a hobgoblin corpse.
It's only been a night? Perfect.
Yeah, it's only been a night. Milo, you come out, you come from basically Saltmarsh, from the path that leads to Saltmarsh. And Grix steps out of the woods. He's a little bit disheveled looking, a little bit fucking wide-eyed. You don't know whether he slept or not. And that is how you find each other.
Wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, baby.
Grix, what are you doing out here?
I had to do a burial. I had to perform a goblin ritual, so to speak.
For the hobgoblin.
That would be correct. Yes.
Yeah, I've actually been meaning to kind of talk to you about that. I wanted to apologize for undermining
My culture?
yeah the goblin culture. Yes.
Just because we're a lot of us are savages doesn't mean we don't have a culture. I accept your apology.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be now, but maybe whenever we get a moment, I don't have any rather goblin friends, but do goblins believe in second chances?
We do. However, it usually comes at a cost. Depending on what the second chance may be. If you're talking, you sold out your clan, the second chance might be your head. Or if you steal from, your own clan, that might be your hand or a finger. But yeah, we believe in second chances for sure.
Great. I also believe in second chances. And like I said, it doesn't have to be now, but maybe in the future, I would love to know, or I would love to understand the goblin culture more. But I would also. My dog just knocked something over in my room. I'd also maybe like to find a middle ground. And I understand that there are things that you need to uphold. I won't stop you, but I would try to steer you in another direction. And I guess I'm just asking that if there is something that you need to do, I don't want to be part of it. And if you could, so I don't get in the way.
You don't want to see me desecrate a corpse, is what you're saying.
Or, kill somebody who we can maybe look to steer down a path of benevolence. I understand that some people are going to be too far gone, but if we don't see eye to eye on that and we can't find a middle ground, I don't want to be around for it.
Yeah, I think we can find some sort of middle ground. I think I did. I'll admit, I got a little heated and got caught up in the moment and got I lost myself when I heard how he left his clan.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very heinous thing to do in my culture. You don't just abandon your clan just because where you're being attacked. That's just, you don't do that. You don't just run away. Us goblins, we try to fight to the bitter end. Sacrificing ourselves for our own clan if we have to. So, I did get caught up in the moment, and if you would like, I can try to hold back next time. If that's something that that would make your life a little easier, or for you to digest, so to speak.
Yeah, I think middle ground, wherever we can find middle ground, especially if it seems like, we're about to get into this shit together. And I think, being able to have these conversations and come to these understandings, we'll be able to understand each other and help one another when needed. I just want to make sure that we can be same page, everybody involved.
Yeah. Well, if that's what I have to do to meet you halfway, I think I can do that. Now, the only thing I ask is, do not kill any goblins. You know, you can incapacitate them, you can mutilate them, but keep them alive. That's all I need.
You've got no protest from me there.
Let's hope the rest of the group sees it that way as well.
Are you heading back in?
Into the forest? No,
the mansion.
No. What we've done there is done. What's done is done, and now I think we need to find and regroup with the others and make sure that everyone is safe. I had no idea where anybody is. I went away into the woods. I had to do what I needed to do. So I'm assuming they're back at the house. They're either waiting for us or who knows.
Well, last I saw him, same as yourself, I had kind of snuck out before anybody was awake this morning. But yeah, I guess if you're headed back in, I'm also headed back in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys head down the path, you get about halfway down the path, and all of a sudden, you hear this big branch snap and this crashing through the bramble ahead of you. And all of a sudden, you see these big pink wings. And Peaches appears in front of you. Now, you've been standing at this fork in the path this whole time having this conversation. So you were at the entrance of the path. And then, all of a sudden, Peaches appears in front of you, crashing through this path and making her way towards the mansion. And
so she crashes through, and then it starts walking towards the mansion.
Yeah, she comes out from like a side path, ends up on the actual path. Like she comes out from like the thicket.
Yep.
Crashes through, and she seems like very intent. She doesn't even see you. She just makes her way forward. And then she just pushes through the rest of the way of the path like very quickly, and then breaks out into the clearing in front of the mansion. She's about 20 feet ahead of you, and she just like looks up at the mansion, and you just hear her say, "Fuck." And she just kind of stands there looking defeated for a second. And then she kind of like looks around a little bit panicked, and you see her kind of open her wings to start to fly away.
And she's close. You said she's close to us, right?
20 feet.
She's about 20 feet away. You're still down the path a little bit, kind of like making your way through, but she like crashed her way forward, and like, so she like from your perspective, she was just like in the bushes.
Yeah.
For the whole time you were talking, and then crashed her way forward through the trail.
Peaches. And I'll wait for.
I have to go. I can't do her voice. I have to get out of here. I've seen something. I have to go deal with it. Here, and she kind of like reaches back. She's like, you take this. I'll if I can't make it back, I'll send somebody. And she takes the dagger that she found, and she just kind of throws it into the ground and sticks it in the ground. She says, I'm sorry. I can't stay.
And then is she gone, or?
She kind of like waits for like a half a beat, and just like looking at you two, and then
where are the others with you?
Oh, fuck. They think I'm dead.
Excuse me?
No, they're at the Dreadwood. Just something came up. I don't know what to tell you. They think I'm dead. I think. Hopefully they come back. I have to go. And then she just doesn't stick around. She just takes off. And you see her fly towards Saltmarsh.
I'll just look to Grix. What the hell did Dreadwood. Do you know what the Dreadwood is? Are we familiar with the Dreadwood?
You are. You would. Yeah, everybody's familiar. It's like a pretty fucking horrendous place. Pretty much nobody goes in there. To the point where there's a couple of organizations, the City Guard and actually Feyorn's Grove group. They tend to take care of anything that wanders out of the Dreadwood. And there's always
Feyorn and Feyorn?
I didn't choose Feyorn's name.
No, I was just making sure. I was just making sure that's where we were. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then I will retcon what the fuck are the Dreadwoods and what could they possibly been doing in the Dreadwoods?
I have no idea. I've heard many horror stories of all sorts of vile creatures and beasts, coming from there, and town's guard are always, try to be on top of it, and they try to make sure that nothing, gets too far out of it. So I can't imagine what they'd be doing there. Maybe the guards needed help after they've been adding more patrols to the city since the attack. That's the only thing I can think of is they've hired them to kind of watch over the woods and guard the woods to make sure nothing gets out.
Should we go?
I mean, if the rest of us are there, then it would only make sense. Maybe they can. They'll have the answers as to why they're there.
Phrank, how far is the Dreadwood from us? Is it we need a mushroom carriage to get there, or?
So that's a good question. So something, you kind of think about it for a second, and something doesn't add up, because the Dreadwood is about a 4-hour trip on foot. And Peaches just told you that she was just there. But she was here now. So the math is
she probably flew here and crashed through the woods. Exhausted.
Even that wouldn't make sense. The timing is just way too fast. It's way too fast. Because it would be a 4-hour there and a 4-hour back. And
But we don't know they just got there.
Well, Milo does. Milo does, because he was supposed to be in the house.
Familiar, yeah. That's, I guess, depending on however much time it would have taken me to get to Saltmarsh, do my thing, and come back.
Yeah, which
had to have just left, probably, or just got there, not somebody be returning.
That's right.
Okay.
Even flying.
Yeah, that something is not right. Something must have taken them. Do you think they opened the door in the basement, in the cellar of the mansion, and maybe whatever creature there?
You think there was something behind that door that teleported them to the Dreadwood?
If not the beast, then yeah, maybe something within that area. We don't know what's back there. That's the only thing that I can think of, unless somebody came up here to get rid of us. Then why would they send Peaches back? And what the fuck did Peaches see?
Yeah, she seemed very what's your human term for it? Very estranged.
Yeah. Very not like Peaches at all.
Yeah, very, very deep voice. A lot deeper than...
Yeah. Did you notice she said a boot? I couldn't. Did you notice that?
Think we should check out that door then?
That's the only thing that I can think of. Unless somebody came here to fuck with us, and yeah, I think let's go check it out.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys head down to the. Let me just see here.
And before we get ambushed and new characters, woo!
God only knows what they left at the fucking mansion for us. I didn't watch last episode, so
I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I completely forgot that I was even in the woods.
Okay.
As we're going in, can I kind of just like, I'll just like rub my eyes and then open my eyes to divine sense, and I want to I guess I don't know this. I don't know. This doesn't necessarily persist. It says duration is instant, but I guess like walking inside, can I, as soon as we get in the first door, if we went back to the patio or the front door, just divine sense, a creature that's not maybe behind total cover to see if I can detect celestial, fiend, or undead.
So you want to do it as soon as you enter like the first floor of the house?
Yeah, I'll do it like first floor and then like going downstairs into the cellar as well.
Okay. So first floor, you're in the clear. Everything's quiet. Everything's, kind of as you left it. You go downstairs and you kind of divine sense again, and you get a little bit of a ping through a teeny, almost unnoticeable sliver of a crack in the door, in the door that's barred.
Okay.
Totally unnoticeable by the human eye, and even walking up to it, you don't see anything, but that kind of arcane sense gets pinged right through the sliver of that door.
So it says, can I know what type it is? It says you know what type, but not its identity.
So I think type means undead, fiend, or whatever.
Yeah, celestial, fiend, or undead.
Yeah, so it's undead.
Undead, okay.
In fact, you get a couple of pings. You get a couple.
From behind that.
Yeah. More than one.
And then we get downstairs and it's still barred. It's
Yes.
just not loose. Things are... What's the scene? Can you give us like sit rep of... It's essentially what we left it. Sandalette.
Sandalette is still asleep, which also doesn't make sense. Because he's asleep in like the middle of the day. It's like 2 p.m.
Okay. The door's still closed, so it... Unless they went back there and closed it behind them, I'm getting a sense of undead behind, so I think safe to assume our friends didn't go that way, unless they went that way and then immediately get ripped into the Dreadwood. I think we can rule that out.
Should we check the door? Maybe they did open it, and like, who knows? Like, is it still barred off? Is it still locked, or is it still?
It's barred.
It's still barred.
Yeah.
Like similar to what we had seen it.
Yeah, you get bardic inspiration just looking at the door.
Fuck yes.
Okay, gentlemen, I need, as you're kind of standing there, I need you to give me a perception check.
Frank, you know I'm gonna roll a 7 or below, dude.
Okay.
I just don't know why you even asked me for these checks, man. Just assume my guy didn't fucking see shit, man.
I got a 16. 15 plus 1.
What'd you get?
I got a 13.
Okay. 16 clears. So Grix, as you're kind of standing there looking around having this conversation, through that stone door that's open to the cavern, you can hear the still kind of like the swelling of the waves hitting the rocks, but you also hear a kind of like a clinking sound that wasn't there before, and it seems to kind of be going in motion with the swelling of the water that you're listening to as well.
I'm gonna point that out to Milo.
Okay, and he'll hear it too as you point it out to him.
Think we should check that out?
Yeah, again, could be our best bet. And we will
Follow the yellow brick road.
follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
I'll say that when you get down there, you can see that there is a you pinpoint where the noise is coming from, and it's right at the edge of that beach. And there is a bottle that is corked and has a very small slip of paper rolled inside of it, and it is clanging against the cave wall.
Is the boat still there?
Boat's still there.
Yeah, I'll retrieve the bottle. The message in a bottle.
You gonna uncork it?
Yeah. No, I'm actually just gonna take the bottle and just put it in my bag.
And just drink it? Try to drink it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll
can
say...
I uncork it with my teeth? Just like
Just bite...
bite the cork up and spit it out and...
You can. It's not exactly in there super tight. Just enough to keep the water out. And you kind of bite it off, dump out the note, and there's only one word on the note, and the word is tomorrow.
Show it to Milo, obviously, and does this mean
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, Joey.
is this, do you think they're gonna be stopping in here tomorrow? Think that's what this means?
I could only assume it's the sea ghost. We could ask Sanballet, wake him up and see if he would know if this is how they communicate.
He's still tied up though, correct?
He's tied up and asleep.
And gagged and still being fed by the unseen servant.
He's got soup all on his forehead. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think we should wake him up then and ask him.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Back in.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna jump over to the other guys as you're heading back in there. Mushroom Riders.
Mushroom Riders. He called you Dick Riders. He called you Dick Riders.
That's why I created this campaign. Thanks for playing, guys. That was what this all led up to.
Good session,
Okay.
boys.
Okay, so you guys have made your way back, and the little mushroom thing has taken you through the side path all the way up to the mansion, and just kind of parks itself, and is awaiting your next move.
All right, we get there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was fast, Feyorn.
Yeah, that didn't seem like that big of an issue. He made it seem a lot more of a dire situation.
Yeah, he needs to, maybe he needs a nap or something, or an acorn. I don't know what you druids eat.
I mean, we eat pretty much everything you eat.
You eat plants? You talk to them and you eat them? That's pretty vile, Feyorn.
That's just the way of life.
Do the plants scream as you're chewing on zucchini or whatever?
Well, I can't hear them yet. I just can speak to them.
So why don't you talk to a zucchini while you're eating it?
I could. I wouldn't know what it's saying.
Well, all right. I'm sure we'll find out the answers to these amazing questions sometime in the future. In the meantime, while you're chewing screaming zucchini, let's go inside and see if our friends have made it. I have no idea where they were, but hopefully they're home.
Okay. Are you guys making your way downstairs then right away?
Yeah, just chill. Mad
Okay.
chill.
Okay. To the other two, as they're about to enter this room, what are you going to do to wake up Sanballet if that's your plan?
I mean, just go nudge him.
I'm gonna cast light.
Okay.
Like, right on. Like, can I use like a rock and just shine it above his head?
Sure.
Like cast light on the rock and just.
Sure. So the two of you, by the way, Wyatt and Feyorn, you walk into Grix holding a rock right above Sanballet's sleeping face, which Grix, I will tell you, it does not wake him up.
Well, this is not what I thought I'd be coming back to. What are you two knuckleheads doing?
Trying to wake him up. And I'll like shine the rock at Wyatt.
Yeah, we found a message, a message in a bottle on the beach. Yeah, a message in a bottle. Yeah.
Oh, what does it say?
Tomorrow.
We're hoping.
Can I have a look at it, if you don't mind?
Yeah. And I was like, I'll literally just hand him the note.
We ran into Peaches, and she said that you guys were at the Dreadwood, and she seemed pretty startled. She said that you guys thought she was dead,
Yeah,
and then took off.
we'll explain that in just a second. This is a little bit more pertinent. She's fine. And I'll read the note. Can I try to make out?
With me? Sure.
I'm a married man. Sorry, brother. I'm off the market. Can I try to, in my brief history as a smuggler, make out the race penmanship of this letter?
Okay. Wow. Let's give me.
Can you do that in Baldur's Gate 3? Then you can't do it here, okay?
You're gonna give me a nature check because this has to do with like figuring out a racial thing.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you with a 14.
With a 14? With a 14, what was this written by? Okay. It was written by, so on a 14, you're not going to know exactly what wrote this, because that's a little bit of a tough question.
Yeah.
But it certainly seems to have been written by something smaller than like a human size. That's the kind of questions I like to hear. Okay.
I need to hurry up and use my inspiration before I get another one. You know what I'm saying? I see. Well, letter looks to be OG smuggling letter. Nothing special about it. As far as Sambaleti should be waking up soon. Put a little spell on him so we wouldn't have to bother. We didn't know when y'all folk were coming back. He'll be up. He'll be up. Just let him be. In the meantime, I can tell you quickly about Peaches.
Yeah, what happened with all that? She said she thought you guys were dead. Well,
No.
I'm sorry. You thought she was dead, and she seemed, startled as all hell.
Yeah, she's just going through puberty or something. I don't know, but so
She's like 40. It's menopause.
Aarakocra, they bloom a little late. You know what I'm saying? These birds and the bees, all that jazz. Well, one of Feyorn's tree huggers, he came by and he gave us a little questy poo. So we went to go deal with that. We just happened to be near the Dreadwood, and that perked her feathers up real quick. And she said she needed to be in there. And me and Feyorn were like, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot yardstick. So we decided to not join her. We
That's a 3-foot stick, brother.
So we decided to just shoot the shit outside. We tied a rope around her, gave her some Morse code. She said she was fine, and then we pulled the rope back and she was gone. So it's good that she somehow made it out. But she seems obsessed with this thing, so that's probably what's going on. Hormones going crazy, you know. All that.
Is she
She said it has something to do with some dwarf friend, ashes in a necklace, something like that.
Do we recall seeing anything like on her persons as she came crashing down?
Well, you know, like, you mean the necklace that he's talking
like
about?
that he's mentioning, yeah, or
Yeah, so you would have noticed that the whole time you've known her. She wears this necklace.
She always.
Yeah.
Okay. It was on her when we saw her.
Every time you've seen her, she's been wearing it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if you guys say she's fine, she seemed startled as all hell, but she kind of hit the ground running here, went right back up, and seemingly flew out towards Saltmarsh. So whatever she's doing is dealing with somebody back in town. It puts us in a pretty interesting situation. If this note, Wyatt, do you recognize it being from the sea ghost?
I mean, there'd be no way that I could recognize it. I just thought maybe the penmanship I could recognize being on some boats, but looks like maybe a goblin wrote this. So it seems pretty standard communication to me.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
shit,
we got to get cooking. We got to get a plan ready.
Yeah.
So I mean, while good old Sandy B is taking a nappy, we could talk a little bit about what we plan on doing. If tomorrow's the day, we got to get a plan, and we're not having Meg. Sorry.
Who the hell is that? Is that somebody you
not having Peaches. That might be a little bit of a hindrance to us.
Did she happen? When we had originally got here, I had lent her a potion of invisibility. Did she happen to pass that off to one of you, just in case she doesn't come back?
I'm gonna have to retcon something. I apologize. She would have left that on the ground too. So the dagger and the potion.
Okay, shit, totally forgot about the dagger.
Yeah, we didn't pick that up.
Yeah, totally.
Somebody picked it up.
I picked that up. It was since I'm lowest to the ground, I picked it up.
I actually
Next
thought
campaign, no retcons. Zero retcons.
Yes,
D&D
I'm about it.
hardcore. Your character dies, you're out of the campaign.
No, you have to die too in real life.
Yeah.
In the way that your character died.
Yeah.
Sturge is latched on. We're getting a million mosquitoes here.
Wait, there's actually a movie called Stay Alive where if you die in the game, that's how you die in real life. It's a very shitty movie, but
I've seen it.
interesting. Yeah, so if she doesn't come back, I mean, let's talk supplies. Let's talk plan. Assuming that we're gonna be a person down, Wyatt, I remember you mentioning being the one to you wanted to disguise yourself, be the one to head out towards the ship. Is that still what you had in mind?
Yeah. Being a person down, maybe I had high ambitions for this thing. I was hoping that somebody could stay above the mansion and keep an eye on where they're smuggling these people. As once they go up to the second floor, Sambalette has never really seen what they do, where they go, what happens next. We kind of need somebody on the mansion ground to figure things out. So that means we're four, including Sambalette, we're four people, right? If let's say it's Feyorn, little seagull flying around, we're a person down, right?
Yeah.
Could just say you got captured. Got caught.
Who you?
Oh. If we need, you said we need 5 people?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for this plan to really be put into motion, it would have been nice to have an extra set of hands. Because now that we're trying to figure this plan out, now that we're putting this together, all right, you're flying about. What do we do with the ship? How are we going to do this? Sure, I can disguise myself on the boat, and get a potion, maybe make the captain or something unconscious, and then I could assume the position. But where do we go from there?
Yeah. What was it? Was Sambalette had mentioned if we dealt with
The captain.
the captain and the first mate, that maybe everybody would kind of follow suit. So it seems like if we could get on and we could locate those two, then one word, maybe we incapacitate both of them or one of them. If we could get on and just locate the captain, we incapacitate the captain. Wyatt, you assume his form with that thing that you do. You do that thing that you do, and then we just. I mean, it's gonna be hard to convince everybody on the ship that the captain has suddenly had a change of heart, but that's an option. I have back from Peaches this potion of invisibility. You could disguise yourself as maybe Sanballat or one of the hobgoblin or something of the sort, so that way it doesn't raise suspicion. Somebody could come along invisible using this potion to follow you on, and then at the very least.
But then again, we're down a person. We don't really want the numbers to be looking too slim here. At the very least, we need 2 and 2. One person to help here with Sambalet, and 2 other people to assume the position on the rowboat.
Yeah.
We don't really have the ability to make somebody invisible. If Peaches were here, sure. We don't have that kind of manpower. Anyways, regardless. What did Sambalet say about what happens when we get on the ship? He said maybe we help out a little bit or something like that. Like, do we even make it on deck?
Yeah, he had mentioned that it could go one of 2 ways. We could wait and have the stuff unloaded onto our boat, or we could go on and help unload it. So we could get boots on the deck should we just want to kind of sell ourselves as helping load our ship with whatever it is that they're bringing back this way.
We could always try to convince the crew to form a mutiny.
Might be tough. These smuggling ships, Grix, let me tell you, they are loyal to a T.
How? Go ahead, Wyatt.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be very difficult to really make a concrete plan. I think we got to go with the flow and see how far we can get. The main priority is to figure out where these people are being smuggled. I think that's more important than trying to take care of the ship. If we can take care of the ship, awesome, great, fantastic. We deserve to have a mansion in the Saltmarsh. But I think it might be a little bit more difficult. So here's what I think. We got to figure out what's the better composition. Obviously, I'm going to be going to the ship. Who's coming with me is the next question. Feyorn should most definitely be scouting out above to see where these people are headed. If we can provide that information to Saltmarsh, easy peasy. After that, we got to decide. Once we decide who's coming with me, that remaining person stays with Sambalet and make sure to keep him in line. Otherwise, we might have a little bit of trouble on our hands. But once me and this other person make it onto the boat, I think we got to freestyle. I don't think we have many options. We don't know what we're going up against. I think we got to freestyle and then see. The target will be to assume the position of captain. We got to just roll with the punches. And if we fail, jump off ship.
So it's between Milo and myself.
That's right. If things do get hairy, Milo probably can survive a little bit longer than you, Grix.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna like just look Milo up and down. But does he really look like the ruffian kind of guy?
It's a good point.
I think I honestly, like, with you at least, well, I'll be honest with you, Wyatt, you look like a seafaring kind of guy. And Milo, well, you look like you belong in the city.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think that's a great point. I don't know how well I would blend in on the ship. At the very least, being here with Sanballat can convince whoever they send back to shore that I am a part of the crew. I think if I went without that reassurance, eyebrows would be raised.
All
So
right,
yeah, Grix, if you're up for it.
let's settle it then.
Well, Wyatt, what are the capabilities of your shape-shifting ability? Do you need to see the creature that you're turning into, or can you just get a descriptor? Because if maybe there's a world where, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who Snake Eyes answers to as the captain of the Sea Ghost. But if Sanballat can give you a descriptor of somebody, and you can show up as kind of the big boss and do that thing that you do in way of not only shape shifting but talking, maybe we can use that to convince or scare the captain or kind of turn the tides of the ship, if that's possible. Again, I don't even know if Snake Eyes answers to anybody, for God's sake.
I need to have seen him.
Okay.
I need to have seen him. But I have a unique question that might need an answer. You think it's possible the Sea Ghost might find it odd that Sanballat doesn't have his earring?
I guess it depends on how perceptive the crew that they're sending over is. There's a chance, yeah, that, you know, if this is reoccurring people who have worked with Sanballat before, they might notice. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be a problem. We might have to give the earring back to Sanballat.
Well, let's wake him up and let's see.
I mean, I have like an idea, just an idea. We could, you know, make it seem like he was attacked since they were last here and now.
We don't want him to seem weak.
No, I didn't say make him look weak. I said make him look like he was attacked. We could, just to cover our tracks, just chop his ear off. That way, there's a plausible excuse as to why he doesn't have an earring. Think about it.
Both ears?
He had earrings in both, or just the one?
No, but if he lost one ear, could he not just put the earring on the other ear?
He'd have to pierce that ear then. But if the ear that the earring was on was chopped off, why would he still have that earring?
Got chopped off in battle.
Yeah.
Sent the rest of his team to go find it.
And
that's why the numbers are few.
And that's why his team isn't here anymore.
So I'm on board, Grix. Remember we talked about.
I know.
We talked about middle ground.
I know what we talked about, but we need to have absolute 100% plausible deniability. That way, there's no questions. We don't have to worry about the what ifs. If we do this, it literally severs that potential issue.
Nice. Could we not just?
Would it be better if we just cut off his earlobe? Could we not? There's the middle ground you want.
Nah, I think we got to go all the way.
I think we just need to rough him up, and him losing the earring, whoever did it could have taken his earring. I don't think we need to cut anybody's ears off.
But if we just rough him up, that's what Wyatt was saying, it would make him look weak. If we cut it off and that's the only part of him that's damaged, it would make it seem like, you know, that maybe he was dealing with some extra issues that wasn't just with the ship. It was maybe, you know, someone from his past or something, you know, showed up, and that was his punishment.
Hey, it seems like a great idea and all, but he hasn't done anything to us, and just to chop off his ear for a disguise seems like a lot. Why can't you just make it look like he has his earring on? Or does that interfere with...
What am I to do here?
You made it... I mean, just a little bit ago, you made it look like there was a goblin walking.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna be on the goddamn sea ghost. What do you want me to do from
Oh, you want to leave him here?
200 feet?
Oh.
What am I gonna do 200 feet?
I thought he was going with you.
No, he's gonna stay here with good old Milo.
And that would explain why he's staying back and he's sending Wyatt and myself, because he's still recovering he's still reeling from half hearing.
I think Sambalek can figure out a way to... If he, he has more...
Can we trust him?
I mean, he'll die. He said it himself.
But
He
it would
doesn't
also
wanna fuck with them.
But it would also blow our cover.
I mean, if that happens, I'll be here. He'll be here, and we'll stop them from blowing your cover.
And Wyatt and I will be on the ship. And what if you can't stop? What if you can't stop him from blowing the cover? What happens to Wyatt and I?
I can get us out. Don't you worry your little heart.
Yeah, you two would just need to work quick. I think ultimately, I think if Sambalet was attacked in any way, shape, or form, I guess long story short, I think we need to give the earring to him.
What if we just cover his ear with a bandage? What if we just cover the ear? Instead of chopping off, why don't we just cover it? Why don't we just cover it with a bandage?
It's not a bad idea.
And we have Sambalet lie and say that it got snagged and didn't re-pierce it, whatever it is. I think if we go down the route of Sambalet being attacked, it'll raise suspicion, and the sea ghost might actually just turn and tuck tail and head away.
But we need to explain why we're his new crew and that his old crew is gone. Like, there needs to be some sort of explanation for that.
He said they wouldn't ask.
I don't think they would. There's a human. I'll be the hobgoblin. You'll be the goblin. Done.
Yeah, I think I
guess I can play the role of a hobgoblin, but
No. I'm the hobgoblin.
okay.
I'm Phrank. Sambalet said that they wouldn't know, like they wouldn't pay attention to what his crew is, or I'm pretty sure he asked about that.
Yeah, he said his crew changed all the time, so having basically he was saying even if you were as you are, and none of you looked like the crew he just had that you just saw, it wouldn't be a big deal. His big concern was there had to at least be a decent handful of you, just to, he primarily for the reason Simo was talking about earlier, that he didn't want to seem like people were abandoning him or something. Like, he needed a functional crew, and he seemed to think that at least 4 was good enough.
Okay. Well, Grix snuck off while we were...
Well, let's wake up Sambalet. Maybe he's got some input on this.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. And he can confirm or deny whether or not this message in the bottle is from the sea ghost. I'll nudge him.
And he...
Wake up, buddy.
That kind of sparks him too, but he's still very groggy and blinks his way awake.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Oh, I must have slept in. What is it? 9 or 10?
No, that was a sleep spell, but no matter. Good morning.
Sleep spell? Why did you do that?
There was nobody home. We had to make sure that you were not gonna go nowhere.
That's horrible.
Why is that horrible?
You could have just left me. I have no means or reason to leave.
You know, we can't do that, little man. Well, regardless of the fact, it's about time you wake up. What do you think? Is this from the sea ghost? And I'll just flash him the message.
And he just kind of like blinks his eyes open. And then you see his eyes kind of like dilate. And you go, where did you get that?
Washed ashore.
In the cave?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! They're coming. They'll be here. That's from them.
All right. Do we need to do anything? Show them a little light or something on the roof, or?
But yes, you have to use the system, the lantern when they come.
All right.
It should be. You have. Well, if tomorrow, then they must mean tomorrow evening. So you have probably until about maybe 10 or 11 tomorrow, depending on when they get here.
All right, Feyorn, I'll leave you in charge of that since you're going to be looking above the mansion anyways.
Is there a special code or anything through the lantern, or is it just light the lantern so they're aware?
No,
we're aware.
Out of character. There was a piece of paper that we all got to look
Okay.
at. Yeah.
Yes, just make sure you don't screw it up. If anything's off, they will turn around and they will leave. And the next time they come back, it will not be pretty.
Can you tell me what to communicate? I know it was on the piece of paper, but just...
Yes, so first they will send a signal asking if it's all safe, and then we will send a signal back to them that it is. And then from that point they will tell us when they're launching their ships, and that's when we launch our ships. It's about a 30-minute paddle each direction.
All right. And how long does your crew stay on deck? It was like probably what? A couple minutes or?
It depends. If they need to unload from the lower decks, they're there for longer. If there's more equipment, then it's longer. But yes, just a few minutes should be fine.
What's the likelihood I can get a one-on-one with the cap?
Well, it's quite likely. He's going to be on the upper deck, overseeing everything. He'll be right there.
So if I ask him for a
miss him.
quick word, think he'd oblige?
You would have to have something very important to tell him in order for him to accept. So make sure that you choose your words carefully. The first few out of your mouth are going to determine whether or not he hears you out.
Well, that gives us some time to think about what to say.
Sambalette, if they recognize that things are different here, the crew that they send into the cavern, how can they relay that to the ship? Do they have a way to relay that to the ship? Or
We go back and forth. So as many trips as it's going to take. When their crew drops off their shipment, they'll immediately turn around and start heading back for the next load. Any information that needs to be passed, you'll have at least, well, an hour. You'll have from the ship to shore and back.
so, Wyatt, with that in mind, just in case things go poorly here, you'll have as much time as we can buy you, and the hour that Sambalette is talking about here. So that way you have, I would say roundabout, try and complete your thing on the ship within the hour just to be safe.
Well, maybe I don't do it on the first run. Maybe I scout things out, see what's going on.
Okay. Is that normal, Sambalette, that there would be multiple trips back and forth?
More than normal. It would be unusual if you weren't back on that ship at least 3 or 4 times.
Then maybe on the last one, I asked for a little private when we're wrapping up.
And just ensure that your words are chosen carefully. He will stop you mid-sentence if it doesn't seem as though it's worth his time.
What? I mean, presumably you know him better than any of us would. What would be worth his time?
Some sort of way to make more profit. Maybe a hidden trove somewhere, but you'd have to convince him that you actually know what you're talking about. You'd need evidence of some sort.
What if we have a way to make money through Saltmarsh?
I'm sure he would find that very appealing.
Well, Grix, we can think of something, I'm sure.
Yeah. Between the two of us,
That's right.
sure, we can probably do a little bit of convincing. Well, what do you think it could be? Just brainstorming real quick. Like, do they have a reserve, like that treasure reserve in Saltmarsh?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I mean, not that you're aware of. Most of the money gets made by the fishing crews and the merchant ships. So really, the richest person there is debatably either going to be Gellin or Anders. And Anders primarily because he kind of fell into money with the death of his parents.
We could always say that we know of a shipment leaving Saltmarsh heading to the capital with jewels and treasures on board.
Yeah, we've got an inn with a dockhand. Wink, wink. And he's got
Yes, sir.
papers. Maybe we could forge. Grix, you could forge some papers.
I've seen enough dock paperwork to be able to easily recreate one of those. Yeah, wouldn't be a problem at all.
All right. We could put like Gellin or Anders' name on it or something.
I think we should do Anders because he's, well, presumably, since he's paying us, he's the more well off between the two of them.
This might seem crazy, but maybe even Anders himself could send us a document. Still got a day to go.
Yeah, we could probably use his the family seal that he uses to seal his papers.
That's right. Now, question: where do we get this? We killed somebody. Where do we get this paper from? We have an inn.
Well, yeah, you could say, well, I am a deckhand, and I could be that I was convinced because I wasn't being paid my proper share because I'm a goblin. We could go that route.
There we go. We got it. You work on that document, and I think we got it in. Now, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the two of us could do this, because I could sure use your help.
Yeah, I think I could. I definitely think I could definitely pull my weight for sure.
All right. See, Sambalet, that wasn't too hard.
No, in fact, I am quite impressed. I think he would be more than pleased. Part of what they do out there, if they do come across anything like that, they take the opportunity as quickly as they see it. So that would certainly be appealing to them.
Now, Sambalet, you'll be here with Milo. Is that fine with you?
That is fine by me. I would like to not have to go to the ship if possible. In fact, it would be out of the ordinary for me to go there unless I had something to tell the captain myself, which is quite rare.
Now, they're not going to wonder where your earring went, will they?
I mean, if it's the same crew, the exact same, and they happen to be quite astute and would actually notice or care about something like that, no, I don't think they would. In fact, I don't think they would notice at all. They're far too busy. Though I would like it back, so that I could defend myself if things go south.
Milo's got you covered. Don't you worry. Milo will protect you. He's a paladin. It's what they do. It's their job. It's in the paladin contract. Right, Milo?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily work like that. But yeah, it's basically like that.
Servant to protect. Isn't that the motto or something? If you, you paladins.
Yeah. Back to blue. Back to blue is what the paladins say.
But why blue? What significance does that have?
Just most of the crests and our blonde hair, blue eyes. It just kind of happens like this. It's.
Wait, I've met a brown-eyed paladin once.
Yeah, they're the exception, not the rule. They're the exception, not the rule.
Oh, okay.
I think I remember hearing a chant. You guys like are Blue Lives Matter, right?
Oh. Oh, that was the paladins. Yes, I heard that just the other day.
You guys have like a special flag with like a blue stripe on it too?
Yeah, most crests.
I've heard some people not really like you guys say "fuck the papa." Is that right?
Yeah, it's what a time to be alive.
I heard. Yeah, aren't you guys also planning on like going to the Capitol or sometime soon?
Oh.
There's like a big gathering at the Capitol.
Oh my god.
Actually, while we're talking about this, I saw this flying saucer in the sky. It was incredible. We're thinking about having a congressional hearing about it. Anyways, yes.
Too, I heard.
I will, I don't think they'll notice the earring, and I think your plan is actually quite clever. Again, be very choosy with what you say, even though it is an appealing situation, I'm sure, that he would be interested in. Just make sure not to waste his time, as he does hold it quite dear.
All right, we got a plan. Feyorn, the ingredients should be coming soon, so we can get to work on some sort of potion for him. Grix can work on some documents. Maybe Milo, you and I could clean up the place a little bit. Make sure that things don't look out in the ordinary, to say the least.
Yeah.
Am I staying here?
You'll be dealing with the lantern, and then maybe you can turn into like a seagull or something, and just keep an eye.
Fly.
Maybe a spider,
I could do that.
and just keep an eye on where they go. No birds, really? Druid, what do you druids use good for?
Oh, eventually I can. I just don't know how to yet.
All right, well, what about a squirrel?
I could turn into a bird. I just couldn't fly. I could walk around.
Squirrel?
What about a bear?
No.
Don't worry. I got the best.
All
I
right.
got the best cover.
If we need you to follow him, I don't know where they go, what they end up doing. But you know what? I trust you, Feyorn. You got this.
I got this.
All right, let's spend some time. Let's clean up the place. Let's get our uniforms ready. Feyorn, you don't really need one, but Milo, you're gonna need to put something on at least.
Yeah. What should I do to look less city?
Well, there's the
Oh.
uniforms, right? We could just open up a crate, put something on, and I think you'll be fine.
Oh. True, right? Forgot uniforms.
Put them on and then like maybe like roll around on the ground, like just not very long, just like enough to get a little disheveled look and some dirt on it, but not too dirty, just enough.
Milo's gonna go change and then roll in the dirt.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, Grix, the dagger that Peaches left, was there anything special about that?
Seems like a regular dagger to me.
The other two, by the way, know what this dagger is. They already know. Yeah, you guys know.
Yeah, it seems like a regular dagger to me.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe it was something from her trip to the Dreadwoods. I'm gonna go look less city, and then I'll change and roll in the dirt.
Good call.
I'll start cleaning up the room if there's anything kind of like out of the ordinary, something not in the right place. Put things back
If
to normal.
my memory serves me correctly, I believe upstairs there was like almost like a study-ish area where there was some paper.
Yes. Now the paper that's here is like pretty beat up. It's like very old.
Okay. Can I cast mending on one of the pieces of paper to make it better?
You know what? Yeah, you can.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm not gonna just do it to one. I'm gonna get like a few sheets just in case, I mess up or I spill some ink on one of them, whatever it may be.
For sure.
And then I will use my calligrapher's supplies to create or forge a fake doc paper, I guess.
Okay, very good. So what I'll have you do, so are you proficient with those?
I am proficient in calligrapher's supplies.
Fantastic. So what you're going to do is you're going to give me a dex check. That's kind of like a sleight of hand, and you're going to add your proficiency to that. And you can do it if you kind of biff it.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, he biffed it. He biffed
That's
it,
why I
Frank.
got
What were you
more than one
saying?
piece of paper.
Yeah, so you're-
more than one piece of paper, baby.
So it's a fucking mess, the first one. It's a practice paper. You accidentally start, you kind of thinking, you accidentally scribble on the side of it. It's just a shit show.
I'm gonna try it again. Let's
Yeah.
see if it's a little better.
It is a fucking nightmare. It's slightly better than the last one, but it does not look official. You got everything misaligned.
Oh my
The third
god.
one's no better. It is just a
Well,
terrible.
what's my? I don't even know what my proficiency bonus is. Well, let me just find that real quick.
It's
Probably
two.
+2.
It's two.
It's 2.
Yeah. Now, but it's a dex check though, so if you have any, yeah, so it's +3 to each of these.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still not that good. Can I keep
No.
going?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna start burning through paper. I'm gonna say you've got 5 more sheets of like viable full paper that you can get through. Not terrible. 1. Okay, there we go. All right, so
Finally.
with your 22, you just sit down. You're like, you see Grix, by the way. This is taking him forever. He's gonna be here for like at least 2 hours, just trying to get this shit done. And he's just like crumpling up paper, throwing it in the corner. His goblin rage starts coming out every once in a while, but he finally sits down. He finally gets something going. And he gets a pretty legitimate looking document after about 2 hours. And sorry, I just want to do a kind of a sweep here. So that's Grix for about 2 hours. Milo, you're kind of Wyatt, you're cleaning things up, making it not look not out of the normal. And
Yeah.
Milo, you're getting yourself like suited up to look better.
Yeah, or worse.
Worse, yeah. And Feyorn?
I'm gonna play with the bottle, Frank.
Okay, so you're gonna identify it.
If that's what I.
Takes an hour. That's
Can I,
fine.
Yeah.
can I
I know
also
how to do these
do
things.
Try to give
something
me
at
the
the
answer,
end
Frank.
of the cleaning?
Can you do what?
I want to add to my cleaning.
Yeah.
I want to go outside a little bit
Okay.
down the path and dig giant hole.
Okay.
To fit like 4 bodies.
Okay. It's gonna take you a couple hours.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
if you were to ask for help with that as you walked past me getting dirty, I would assist.
I will ask him. in character. Milo, can you help me dig a hole?
Yeah. What for?
Well, we got to get rid of some of these bodies.
True.
They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
open one wrong door and see 2 dead dwarves and Ned Flanders. They're gonna start asking some questions.
Well, are they? We did come up, and there was 2 dead adventurers when we got here originally, so maybe that's actually part of the norm.
Sure. 3 dead mercenaries wearing the same red bandana.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You're right. You're right. They're not just adventurers; they'd be noticed. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Yeah, I don't mind. And we don't have shovel sword doing it with our hands. Milo's down on all fours, kicking with his back feet like dogs and cats do to cover their own shit.
I'm pretty sure there were some digging not utensils, some digging tools.
Digging utensils.
A shovel and knife, you just cut through. Okay, so that's what you guys are gonna. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Feyorn, what I will say to you is that you identify your item. It is an alchemy jug. So the way the alchemy jug works is it basically can produce, if you say the name of a type of liquid, there's a list of them that I'll give you, you can produce that liquid in various quantities. Let me just see here. Where did I put that? Okay. Though in identifying it, you notice that that crack seems to kind of be messing with the standard operation of this alchemy jug.
Okay.
And you do not need to attune to this. So really anyone can use it.
So any liquid.
I sent you a link. Any liquid from that list.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
But again, something seems like off with this thing.
Okay.
Okay. You can test it, play around with it however you want. You just let me know what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Okay. The rest of you, you're kind of going about your business here, doing your things. I'll say after about like an hour and a half or so, as you're so where are you digging this hole, the two of you?
Further down the road a little bit.
Down the main road or down the side road?
Let's say side road.
Side road. Okay. So as you're digging that, about an hour and a half in, you've got a decent amount of the work done. I'll say you got about three holes dug, working on the 4th, and you hear this like whistling noise, like somebody's whistling like a tune, and you kind of look up and you see there's this brutish looking dwarven woman making her way down the path with this metal helmet with these horns that kind of arch back to the back of the helmet, and carrying what seems to be a pickaxe that has been flattened so severely near the ends that it actually forms more of a great axe on the ends than an actual pickaxe. Just the kind of centerpiece looks like a pickaxe. And she's carrying a decent sized sack held over her shoulder in the other hand, and just kind of whistling a little tune, walking her way up the path, doesn't even notice you.
I'll look to Wyatt. Wait, she's coming from like the beach area side?
She's coming from like so you guys are on the forked path towards the haunted house. She would have just been coming, so she's coming up.
Oh, we are outside.
Yeah, you're outside.
To the front. Okay. I was thinking we went down into the beach area to dig.
No.
Okay. And she's walking past us towards the mansion.
She
Yes.
doesn't notice us.
Doesn't notice you.
Did Sanbalette mention anybody that looked like that?
You keep digging, I'll take care of this. And I'll just start walking over to her. And I'll just yell in Dwarvish, "Oi!"
In Dwarvish.
Yeah.
And she kind of like jolts up and looks. Oh, you scared the piss out of me. Which one are you?
Name's Wyatt.
Wyatt. Okay. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Oh, sorry. I was sent here by, Peaches. She's, said she's busy, but that you needed some people, and I brought the things that, Ida and them put together.
Wait, you're here to help us out?
Yes, Peaches said she was busy, she was supposed to help you, and now I'm here, so that's what I'm gonna do. And my god, have I been looking for a fight, so come on then.
Well, I can't promise. I can't promise there's gonna be a fight, but maybe. Here, I'll let you come this way. I'll introduce you to Milo. We could use your help digging a hole, actually.
Is he as handsome as they say?
Maybe top 20, top 25.
I was told he was like one of those, you know, leather armor, kick back on a wall, smoke a pipe kind of guys.
He does do that, but no pipe. He's still underage.
Ah.
He's got that
Shame.
baby face. He gets ID'd everywhere.
Ah, yes, I can see it from here. There's a glow from the sun off of his shiny, bald cheeks. I might have more stubble than he does.
You might be right. We'll come walk this way. Milo! I already forgot her name. What was her name?
She didn't give you a name.
Know it. Okay.
Okay. It's fine. Milo!
I'll stop what I'm doing.
Milo, pleasure to meet you. The name's Britton. By the way, I'm sorry for not saying so earlier. You spooked me a little. I'm here to,
Here to
I
help.
don't know. Yes, cut, people in half, or whatever you need.
I'm not sure if Wyatt promised cutting people in half, but your help is more than welcome. This was something that we would have needed to figure out. If Wyatt didn't share the plan, which I'm sure he didn't, TLDR, ideally we take a diplomatic approach to it. Less cutting people in half, more convincing and deceiving.
I mean, I don't think knocking the captain unconscious is quite diplomatic, but you know what? To each their own.
And as you say unconscious, she kind of like looks at she's like looking at the sharp part of her axe, and then she just like slowly turns it to the like blunt side, and she like slouches her shoulders. Well, that's not how I would have done it, but I'm here to follow along. You give the orders, and I will be there as you need me.
Awesome. Let's first order of business, Britain. Let's dig this hole.
I'm hoping to be quite good at that. It's my day job, so move aside, boys. And she kind of drops the sack and just shoves her way up, and she just takes her axe and just starts chopping into the ground like you would a tree, and she just hauls these huge like wedges of dirt out of the earth. And in a pretty short amount of time, just a few minutes, she gets this very nice squared rectangular hole in the ground, which looks just way too pretty compared to the 3 that you've already done.
All right, let's fill these up and let's introduce you to the rest of the gang.
fill these up? Didn't we just dig them? Oh, you've already... Without me. Boys.
You can actually thank Peaches for that. I think, yeah, we pulled up on an interesting scene.
Nah, bullshit. She didn't do any of this. She's far too sweet. Anyways, take me in. Let me meet the rest of them.
And we'll just kind of walk through the kitchen, down through the steps.
And there she is.
Damn. Get that fucking Farseer helmet from RuneScape.
Got the abyssal whip.
Yeah,
You can teleport to Lumbridge real quick.
And she takes the sack in with her too, by the way. So she grabs that, and as she kind of like plops it down on the table as she enters. Oh, some crew.
Yeah, this handsome short fella is Grix.
How you doing?
Aye.
Harry, not as handsome fella, is Feyorn.
No, he's significantly more handsome. I love your beard.
Oh, thank you. I grew it myself.
Well, no shit.
This is wild card Sam Belletti. He's not part of our team, but maybe an honorary member.
Ah, he's the one that was fucking around down here. I see you've got him right where you need him. That's good.
Yeah, he's gonna be helping with this little sting operation, so maybe if there's anyone that turns a blind eye, and not a blind eye, but turns against us, maybe you can deal with them quickly.
Very quickly. I'll bet you I could. And she like walks up to him and she kind of like lines up her axe right on his neck and just in no time, I'll dig a hole through his neck.
Wonderful. All right, let's carry these bodies up, and Feyorn, we could use your help with this.
Yeah, that's true. Feyorn can just.
Well, that's not exactly why I'm calling him up, but you'll see.
Okay.
So anyone who stays behind, by the way, she's gonna open the sack on the table and say, it's not much, but from what I understand, we're not supposed to be taking anything that's gonna go noticed. So, take your pick. And she drops the cloth open and reveals a decent chunk of kind of weird stuff mixed in. I will go through it quickly. I know, Wyatt, you're going to do your thing here, but so you can know what's there. And you have there's a scimitar, there's a pound of cured pork, there's a metal shield, a wheel of cheese, there is a bottle of rock breaker, which is the same thing that Peaches had earlier. And there is one scroll, and upon closer inspection, it is a scroll of hold person. Also, sorry, lastly, there's one other thing. There is one of those like hole borers that you would put to like into those old like wooden kegs to like drill the hole through the wood, and it is kind of loosely jammed into the bottom of a toy ship. There's a little note on the toy ship that says "From Ida." But anyways, as you were, Wyatt.
You say a hole borer?
Yeah, I didn't know what to call it, but it's basically like, those things.
A drill?
I guess it would be an old drill, yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's what it's
I see
called.
what you're saying. Yeah. I just
Something to bore holes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it is a drill. It's one of those fucking old
Okay.
drills.
Anyone else coming?
Yeah, I'll help, and I'll go up as well to
This hobgoblin's gone, right?
the hobble gobble.
Oh yeah, sorry, he's gone.
And we'll just take all these 4.
Okay.
Sure, Lemon can carry 2.
He can.
I will.
Yeah. And
And I'll grab it.
Litton just stands there staring at Grix.
What do you really expect me to do? They're like twice my size.
No, I'm not. I'm not judging. I'm just looking you over.
Like what you see?
Maybe.
I'll give her like a smirk and show my my goblin teeth.
Ah, fuck. Stop doing that immediately.
I'm just gonna wink.
If I as I'm walking by with the body, I just be like, Grix, stop scaring the newcomers.
I'll stop smiling.
You look better when you're angry, anyways. Keep it that way. We've got business to tend to, and if I have it my way, heads will roll on the deck of that ship. Paint it, the whole thing.
Black?
I mean, I suppose it depends on what we're killing. I was thinking red.
Might want to talk to Milo about that one.
Oh. I didn't realize I was walking into a pack of pussies.
We are what we eat. Am I right, fellas?
And she just goes, me too, right?
Well, our group does need a name.
Yes, that'll read very well. I'm sure the elderly are going to love that one. So I'll say you can take the bodies up and out. And if there's nothing particular that you're doing with them, you can drop them in and kind of bury them. But it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Once we bury him, turn to Feyorn. Do you think you can maybe grow some flowers, make it look a little bit less suspicious that there are bodies here?
Yeah.
Maybe grow some grass or something.
You just want grass?
Yeah,
Or you want grass and flowers?
whatever looks natural.
I'll give it a go.
Can you just
Right.
link it again with the thing you're using?
There you go.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
tiny. So I wonder how long I'll be.
Yeah, you would have to be there for a little bit. So you'd be basically like kind of putting your hands on the ground, just like
Growing one blade of grass at a time.
it's going to take a little bit, but I mean, I'll say over the course of like 30, 45 minutes, you'd get a pretty decent coverage.
Okay.
But yeah, Wyatt, as you're leaving, you see he like casts this whole thing and just like a patch of like 2 or 3 blades of grass comes up, and then he just goes to the next spot, does it again, and it just keeps popping up these tiny little blades of grass.
I think you're in your element. We'll leave you be.
Milo will like go by the bodies and like just take a knee, and just head down, under his breath, grant peace to the departed soul as they journey into the eternal embrace. May their spirit find rest and tranquility in your divine and infinite grace. And then I'll look up, and then I'll just stand up and follow Wyatt out.
I already left.
Okay, well then I'll follow behind as Feyorn makes grass grow.
Okay. Okay. You come back to Britain just still staring, looking up and down Grix, just like with a really unsure look on her face.
As I come back in Dwarvish, I'll say, if you look long enough, you'll turn into him.
I'm not sure that would be a good thing, she says in Dwarvish as well. But I'm not sure it would be a bad thing. There's something strange about him. Very strange. I kind of like it.
How you doing?
I'll kind of like, as I walk over to the bag of goods, I'll just kind of like give her an eyebrow raise. Well, I mean, he is single.
Oh, not in that way. I mean, maybe, but not in that way right now.
And I'll pick up the scroll of hold person. Do I recognize? Like, am I able to like see there's a scroll of hold person, or?
That is a good question. If it is in your spell list as a warlock, then you would recognize it. If not, then no. So I think, for example,
I don't have it.
Grix might, and actually Grix might be the only one who has it.
Hold person, you said?
Hold person, yeah, it'll be a second level spell.
Let me do
I'm
a little
pretty
checkerino.
Can I take a look at the shield? Is there anything about the shield specifically?
You don't notice anything particular, but it does look like it's been a little bit beat up, and you can see that there's a crest that has been kind of like scraped off of it, that was indented, and you realize this is like this is probably from Eleander, because it's a guard's shield. It just doesn't have the crest of Saltmarsh on it anymore. It's like it's been it's out of commission basically.
Okay.
So this spell on D&D Beyond, it is saying it is available for the bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Really?
On D&D Beyond.
It's very interesting.
Well, we don't have access to second level spells yet.
You can still use the scroll though. The only thing is when you're using a scroll that is a higher level than what you have access to, there's just there's a roll you have to make.
Ooh. I realized that's why I didn't see it, because I just looked at my cantrips and
yeah.
I would recognize it, I guess. We should hold on to this, Grix. We're gonna be on deck.
You never know. Come in handy.
It might be easier to deal with the captain if we can just bip bop boom bop.
Hold him, yeah. Keep him in place while we do what we need to do to him.
That's right.
Okay.
I think you should hold on to this. I'll try to distract him, and then he maybe won't see you casting this thing.
Yeah, I can take it.
Frank,
Yes.
there's one thing I want to do while I'm growing the grass, the thousands and thousands of blades of grass.
Yes.
The flowers. I want to grow some flowers
Okay.
out of there. And we'll just say I have them in my little seed pouch, because I can't just grow flowers out of nothing. I have to grow them from seeds.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They're just like little white flowers, but in the shape of a constellation.
Woo! Okay.
And I'll get that to you later.
That's cool.
My boy's drawing the Big Dipper.
The Big Dipper.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So, then I'll go back down once I'm all done
Okay.
in 5 hours or so.
Wait, so Feyorn took off?
No, we
Yeah.
left
No.
him there.
Well,
I already have
yeah,
it,
you left
Frank.
them there.
I'm gonna have to use it at some point.
Okay. Okay.
Double inspiration.
Double inspiration all the way.
All the way, bruh. Yeah. How many hours until we have to do this thing?
So in theory, it's like 30.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'll come back in.
Okay. Okay. So, boys, when do we get our hands dirty?
Well, it could be right now.
What?
I mean, we're pretty much prepared. Right, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're set. We just wait for the ship.
We could have a look at our skelly friends.
Yeah, if that's something that I wasn't sure.
We got the backup.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah,
a
actually.
strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
Yeah, Britain maybe could help us with the
Would require
undead problem.
crushing a few skulls, quite literally.
It's fine by me. Where are we headed? A cave?
The door's right there. And I'll just point at the door with like hella claw marks and fucking battered and
Okay, sounds good to me. And she starts walking.
wait, whoa. Let's get our ducks in a row, boys. Let's maybe get closer to the door. Maybe prepare a line of offense or something. Do we agree to this? I'm down to cook up.
As am I. Should we do something with Shan Ballet? Just in case things go bad, it'd be awful to have him still here, tied up, helpless.
Oh, just
I will say
die.
that. I would have said that quietly to Wyatt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. Worst case, we let him free, and I'm pretty sure he'll be all right.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we've got time. Might as well deal with this here. There's also a secondary option of leaving this, and should things go south here, this can kind of be our eject button to deal or help deal with whatever the sea ghost sends. I'm fine either way. At dealing with it now, I guess gets rid of one extra variable that we have to run into later, or could possibly run into later while you guys are on the ship.
I mean, yeah, we could push the eject button, but they'll just hop on the rowboat and leave.
Let's do it now.
All right.
All right.
Britain, I don't know if these things bleed red, but for this, feel free to chop.
Oh, this is gonna feel good. You always gotta limber up before a good excursion. You know what I mean? And she walks up to the door. So, do we know what's back here? Zombie? You said undead? Zombies? What are we looking at?
Give it a knock.
Very well. And she just pounds on the door. And you kind of hear the pounding back, and she, oh shit. Well, there's a few.
There's definitely a few.
All right. Well, we can use the proximity to our advantage. Everyone ready?
I'll kind of
will,
get I'll get in position behind this bed, just ready to snipe in.
I'll walk up with Britain.
I will ready in action.
Already in
Can
action
I-
as well.
I'm also side to the door, readying an attack for anything that comes through.
Okay.
If it comes through.
Feyorn, I'll look over.
I'm watching.
You're not fighting?
Yeah,
I mean, I will.
I'll just ready firebolt.
Already
I'll hold
Eldritch
up.
Blast.
I'll hold on my
Classic.
stick.
Okay.
And it's a pit fiend.
I serve cereal, and I'm gonna eat you all.
Okay, let's fucking rip. So basically, what Britain's gonna do from this point is she's actually going to she puts the bottom of Rax on the floor and just leans it kind of up against the side of your hip, Milo. And she just, amidst the pounding, she just goes, pops up the iron bar on the door, holds on to it, pulls it overhead, and waits for the door to open, which it does very quickly. And forth from the door stumbles a little pile of skeletons as they pound their way through the door. And the first thing that happens is Britain smashes down using the iron bar that was on the door into the skull of the first skeleton. Now, I know you all had some actions held. You will absolutely have your opportunity to do that right now, and we're going to take a little bit of a swingy poo with
Okay.
Britain to start things off. But we also need some initiative rolls, so feel free to do that in the meantime as well.
Do we have to
Ooh.
Have to what?
roll initiative?
Yeah,
There's no active combat encounter, brother.
Oh,
yeah, aren't we just
Yeah,
gonna
you gotta
crush these
wait-
kids?
You gotta wait for Frank. You
I mean,
gotta-
are you?
Yeah, we're gonna kill them all in one go.
Okay.
Britain's for sure getting through the first one. I'm getting to the next one.
Britain misses.
That's fucked up.
Smashes against the floor, creating this huge pile of sparks that bounce forward and immediately drops it and grabs her axe off of you, Mr. Milo. So let's get everybody in here.
Just roll for initiative. Roll
Oops,
with
fuck.
that.
What? I already rolled. No.
I know, what did you roll?
10.
Okay. Okay. Oops, what the fuck just happened there? Yeah, is everybody good? Is everybody in there? I think everybody's in there. Except for this guy. No, except for this guy.
Oh, except for that skeletal alchemist.
Yeah, except for that fucking skelly alchemy stuff.
Okay, so that missed. Everybody can get off their kind of held actions right now if you'd like.
Hear my dog while I roll.
Oh,
11 to hit.
Ooh.
11 to hit, that misses.
Oh,
I rolled a 16 to hit with my warhammer.
That hits.
Sir.
Does an 18 hit?
Ooh.
An 18 hits. Sorry, Warhammer, that's how much damage are you doing with it?
Six bludgeoning damage.
6 bludgeoning. Okay, so as you smash with your Warhammer, it like cuts through the skeleton like butter. It just crushes the bones as you hit, and it does a shitload more damage than you originally anticipated.
yeah,
So the first skeleton still standing, but it is like you've blown through half of its skull, half of its rib cage, and you've ripped off like a chunk of its leg. So that first skeleton is pretty fucked up.
Okay,
Also,
well then on that
sorry.
hit, can I add divine smite to it? When I hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, I can expend one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target, in addition to the weapon's damage.
yeah, how much damage?
2d8.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You don't. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I told you we gonna take care of this, man.
Okay.
That's radiant damage. That's 11.
11. So you smash through this thing, and the fucking divine light of who's your god again?
Tyr.
Here. We're gonna have some fun with that one. So fucking this light just bursts through the top of the cave and just incinerates the fucking skeleton, so it is gone.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and sorry, Wyatt, you hit, right?
No, it was Grix that hit.
Grix hit. Okay, what did you hit with?
22.
22. So I'm going to assume you're ripping the one behind it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Roll D10. 5.
5. Okay. I'm sorry. What attack is this again?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Perfect. Okay, excellent. So you get a good hit off, blows off a chunk of its rib cage, and some skeletons are rambling forward. They've each got a short sword in hand and a little short bow strung on their back. Okay, Lemon, you start things off here.
All right. I'm going to use guiding bolt.
Holy.
Okay.
Damn, guide D's.
Well, I mean, we're gonna
Yeah,
long rest before the boat, so I think we're fine.
What, you don't think I have enough?
No, we're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, go for
Rip
it.
it.
Go for it, bro.
Oh, I'm ripping it.
Oh, is it? Yeah, okay, perfect.
Oh, okay. It's just the hit.
Okay, that
That's
hits.
to hit. Yeah, that's to hit. Oh.
8 radiant damage on 4d6. Whew, I mean, you kill it, but
Oof.
it just barely falls apart.
It barely falls apart.
So your guiding bolt comes out, blasts it, and it just crumbles into a bone pile.
Hmm.
Okay.
Easy.
Anything else from you?
I'll move up. I'll move up here.
Okay. Okay.
Happy with myself.
Next is going to be Milo.
It is my turn. So I'm going to step up into the doorway and
You see, when you step up, by the way, you see that there are 4 more skeletons in that room, and there's a second room in the back, and coming out from a hidden door in the stone is another skeleton that has black wizard's hat, black robe on, and he's got a belt with a bunch of bottles hanging from it. One of the bottles just has where one bottle would be is an empty loop, and he's holding a bottle of this roiling fire, and he's got this like wispy, ethereal beard to him as well.
ooh, okay. Looks like their leader. Okay, I'm gonna step to the room, and I'm gonna call out. I'll just call back. I see 5 more, and I'm actually gonna get a little bit further in here because I've got a dick like that. I don't want to get in anybody's way, and I'm gonna fucking go hard on this guy in front of me. I'm actually going to bonus action Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Okay. Which just increases if I hit with a melee attack, then my next attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target.
Okay.
But I have to hit him first.
Right on.
My weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you. So if they get scared, that'd be cool too. And then if it doesn't kill him, he has to. Okay. Well, it does an 8 hit.
An 8? No.
Yeah. Okay. All for nothing. All for nothing. Okay. Still very, very thunderous. But it's concentration up to a minute. It lasts until I hit or the minute.
But you're concentrating on it.
Yes, I am concentrating on it.
That's a dope fucking thing. That's really good.
So I will swing and miss, and then I'll just hold my shield up and have at me, and end my turn.
Okay, Wyatt, you're up.
I'm gonna move closer to my friendo. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I could see the tail end of one. Can I shoot him?
Yes.
I will give him a blasty poo with the Eldritch Blast. I was a 14.
That hits.
Excelente. Por favor. I will do 4 damage plus 6 plus 2 frosty.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Lost a good chunk off of him too, but he still stands holding his sword.
And I can't end my turn here, so where do I go? Like here? Like do I
any adjacent space.
Okay, I
or
will.
You can move back if you have the room.
Yeah,
for it.
I will move there.
Okay. Okay. Next up is our skeleton friends, who are going to silently shamble their way forward and get a pretty good surround going here on our boy.
Flanking is tough. Yeah, flanking. That's tough. That's tough.
You gotta let out a big toot.
I fucked up.
The first one on your left that has a chunk blown off of it from Wyatt is going to roll a 15 to hit.
Misses.
The next one is going to roll a 7. The next one is going to roll a 21.
Hits.
Okay. So it's going to do a whopping 7 piercing damage.
Ooh, that's quite a bit of damage.
The next one is also going to roll a 21.
Okay, that hits as well.
And it's only going to do 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be it for the skeletons. They seem pretty happy that you're here. Next, Grix.
Yep. I'm gonna move into the room.
Holy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Can I have a peek for the viewers? Holy.
All right.
They don't look great in here.
When I first step into the room, what does Milo look like? Milo, how you looking right now, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm not. It's not too bad. I'm standing my ground.
Dope skis. Dope. I didn't realize they were all gonna be like this.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say here, when you are standing here, you can see the 2 of them. And the one, by the way, in the bottom right,
No, I'm
the
not
one in the
gonna
bottom right is pulling a sword out of him right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to check spell like range thing real quick, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
How do I just want to see the cone of Ray of Frost. Can I do that?
If it's a spell from the compendium, you should be able to see it no problem.
How do I like make it? Do I just roll damage?
So otherwise, in the shapes, there's a cone template. So in the top left, second one down, there's a ruler.
Yeah.
There's a cone template, and you can make how big is it? 15 feet.
15 feet. Yeah.
Okay. So you could do there you go.
So if I were to cast it where I'm currently standing, I wouldn't be able to hit all of them. At least 3.
You could hit 3 plus Milo.
Yeah. Of course.
I think we've been here before.
We have. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of it now.
Okay.
So you can get rid of it now. I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt? Okay. On which one?
I'm gonna do it on the one that was pulling the sword out.
So in the bottom right corner.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Now I'm just refreshing my memory on how my spells work with my rolling of the thing. It doesn't happen when I cast a spell, correct? It's only when I use a spell to relieve my Tides of Chaos, correct?
No, it's when you... Oh, fuck. How did
Hold on. I'm looking at it right now. It's when I want to recharge it.
Yes, so it wouldn't be now. It wouldn't be now.
Yeah, okay. Just double checking, sorry.
So are you using Tides of Chaos?
I'm pulling it up right now. It's been a minute since I've used like any of this stuff and even looked at my class, so
This gives you advantage.
yeah, I will be using my Tides of Chaos here.
Okay. Let her rip.
Okay. First I will cast a spell. And so that's a D20. That is, and it's +4 to that with advantage, so I'll roll again.
It
Love
hits.
that.
It hits.
Let's go, baby. And then I will roll 2d8.
Okay.
How do I do 2d8s? Just do 2
Well,
d8?
don't they need to be separate?
No, it's 2d8 for the damage, and then I roll another d8 to see what kind of damage it is, and then I roll another d6.
/R space 2d8. Okay, 14 damage. What kind of damage?
Force.
Force. Okay, so you
No,
fucking
not done
launch.
yet. Not done yet.
Oh.
It is a total of 15 damage
Okay, so you
of
launch
force
this thing,
damage.
and it fucking, like a huge gust of wind, like a fucking hurricane wind, just goes through the center of it, fucking blows pieces of this thing all over, and it fucking explodes.
Bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to nimble escape, and I'm going to take the disengage action.
Okay.
And so I'm still on thing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'll get rid of it.
And I'm gonna run into the corner,
Okay. Okay.
and that is my turn.
Okay. Next is going to be Britain, who's going to run in and attack the first, as you can imagine. She's going to attack the first thing she sees. And she's going to say as she's swinging, "Holy fuck, boys, we're doing it." And she's going to miss. She goes, "Fuck, you're doing it. I'm not doing it." And she will, she'll tuck her way in here too. Okay, next is going to be this guy, who is going to.
I closed the door. He's not coming.
He's going to step out to make sure the door doesn't get closed on him, and he's going to go, "Who makes me?" And he looks around, and he's going to start like thrusting his hips, shaking the bottles, and he's going to go, "Stop my bottles!" And he's going to throw a fucking bottle of this fire fucking potion at the wall over here. And let's see what kind of stuff happens. Okay, so a little explosion happens on the wall in between Wyatt and Britain, and it explodes and releases these like molten flames that not only land on them but land on the floor, creating a flame-filled area, which I will mark off for you.
I'm over here. I'm just here to see what's going on. I'm actually over here.
You're actually there?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, it's going to be here. That's the area.
I have a reaction.
Okay.
Is this technically an attack or no?
It's not an attack roll on you. It's an AoE thing.
So if it's casting the spell shield wouldn't do anything then.
No, because you're going to make a dex check here.
Oakley.
So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, my friend. And I'll do the same for Britain.
I can use my reaction after the roll is taken, correct?
If it says so.
Okay. Okay, yep. So it's just a d20
Yep.
Nice.
plus my thing. It's a dex save, so that's a 16.
16. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're both going to still take 2 fire damage, and Britain is actually going to have, she's going to be lit on fire by this thing, and the ground you're standing on is also on fire. So if you end your turn there, you're going to be taking some extra fire damage. And let me see.
Hold on. I'm just reading something. I'm reading one of my spells real quick.
For sure. He's also going to run up here and get a little claw in on our friend Milo
Probably not. Probably not gonna hit. Probably not gonna hit.
for a 21.
Another 21. Frank, stop rolling like shit for Britain.
2 of them missed you with disadvantage, by the way. He's going to do 7 slashing damage as he fucking claws his way through you. And that's it for him. Next up is going to be Lemon, and then Milo following.
Hooky. Boop. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. It's getting real in here.
Holy.
The bleep button makes it so much better.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Fuck.
Hey.
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 I'm gonna guiding bolt again.
Which one?
This one.
He's super
one-
injured. I don't want to metagame, but
I'll say that you're here when you attack it. That way you don't get disadvantage, just to help you out.
Wait, I thought this was good enough. No?
You're 5 feet from him, so you would be at
How dare you.
disadvantage.
Okay. Yeet.
okay.
Edis Deletus. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
8.
1115.
I think he
Dude,
had
your
1 HP left. Anyways.
your guiding bolt it's not hitting the same. It hits, you're very accurate, but the bolt isn't very big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Britain kind of looks at you and she gives you like one of these, like,
It's all about how you use it,
Are you
Frank.
sure about that?
Not about how big it is.
all right. But you do shatter this thing, and your guiding bolt does in fact blow it to fucking pieces. Anything else from you?
Yes. No. No, there's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
sorry.
You have to land somewhere else though on your end here.
Okay. I'll land right there. Sounds good.
Milo, and then Wyatt.
So after the claw attack from the skeleton, Milo kind of like dropped guard down to a knee, and then will place his hand on his chest. And as my action, I will use all of my healing from my lay on hands to give myself 10 health. And stand back up, and then to the alchemist or to the bearded fellow, I will say, are you the keeper of this mansion? Call off your guards and let's talk. We're here to help.
You're saying that to the skeleton with the hat?
To the skeleton with a hat.
He thrusts and fondles the bottles at you saying that.
Okay.
We need a girl in our sessions for sure.
Yeah, we do.
For sure. Holy Jesus.
Okay,
Oh God.
I don't. It is an action to feed somebody a potion, but a bonus action to drink it yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Well then I've got nothing. After that, I've got nothing. I'll just once more shield up.
Okay. Okay. Next up is Wyatt, and then skeletons, and then Grix.
5, 10. I'll pop in, siege style, at the door. I'm gonna cast Hex on this guy.
Ooh, I've been waiting for that. Okay. Can you Linky Stinky?
He doesn't need to do anything. It's just on him.
It is on him.
And then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Hell yeah.
I feel very inspired to roll again for a 23 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
It means it beats.
And I want to try to do something a little spicy. I want to try to
Okay.
aim at a bottle.
Okay.
I don't care what bottle.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to aim at a bottle.
So this is what I'll say. I will let you do that. You're gonna sacrifice some of the damage that won't go to him necessarily.
He'll still take some damage.
Yeah, he'll still take some of it. Basically, whatever the damage is that it takes to crack a bottle, if you can do it, it will be removed from the damage that goes directly onto him.
All right, I will roll first the Eldritch.
Okay.
That's a 10.
A 10.
10?
Wow.
Plus 2
Okay.
cold.
Yeah, so 12.
Plus Hex.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be 2 necrotic. So 2 cold, 2 necrotic, 10.
Force.
Force.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
14
I'll kind of swing the corner a bit. Suck on this.
Okay. Oops. Okay, so you smash through a bottle. So it takes up an extra couple of damage points away from the damage done to him. But you crack a bottle and it just pours fire onto the ground, which creates another little zone right. I guess if it's landing right there, it'll be like this. Like that and like this. Okay. So both of them are going to have to, well, actually, yeah, it'll splash up a little. So the skeleton beside him lights on fire. There's fire on the ground, but he himself kind of shakes it off. Yeah, and he is not on fire. Okay, nice move. I like that.
And I will back away.
Okay. Next is going to be our skeleton friends, of which there are 2 remaining. They are going to... so the one in the corner here is going to, like, lift his sword to go and swing. And then the alchemist is going to look at him and go... and, like, nod his head over this way. So he, like, switches his position and gets flanking. The smart skeletons.
Hold on. Do I have opportunity attack?
No, he never passed your range. I mean,
Okay.
do you want to see what would happen, just in case?
Well, no, I take your word for it that he didn't he can come near me, so. Okay.
He didn't. He was. I intentionally walked him around.
Oh, I thought you went through like where Milo was.
Did he walk through the fire? Does that mean that he needs to?
I'm rolling that right now. He takes 2 fire damage on his way through.
And dies.
And, so 20 to hit on the short sword.
Who?
I think that's against me.
Milo, yeah. He came here to
Wait.
get flanking on you.
Wait, that's flanking?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfectly kitty cornered. Basically, the way to look at it is like, you see where Britain is?
Yeah.
The 3 tiles on the north side of you is flanking.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. A 20 hits.
A 20 hits? Okay, so 7 piercing damage.
Dude, stop fucking rolling max damage with these dudes.
That's
bro.
not even max.
Well, that's 3 7s you hit me with, dog.
The other skeleton is going to roll a 12 to hit.
Misses. Thank
Misses.
fuck.
Okay.
Why don't you fucking roll anything worth a damn for Britain, Frank? Why don't you roll anything worth a goddamn for the girl who said she's gonna cut everything in half? Huh?
Technically, she's on the same pace as them for hits because half of them have missed. So she's still got some catching up to do. Grix, you're up here, buddy.
How's Milo? How you looking?
And you're standing in fire, by the way. You have to end your turn somewhere else.
You know, not great. Milo is not looking great. After taking another claw attack to the back, facing forward, one to the back, again, kind of like slumped over.
Okay.
Posture's a little fucked.
I'm gonna step out of the fire. It'll be like, step number 1. And I will cast Chaos Bolt once again.
On which one?
On the mage.
Okay.
And I will do my Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
So is that rolls first?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's a T. Okay.
Ah! Okay, hold on, just...
But you can't use it this turn.
No, I cannot. No, that's
Again.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that it's like they're available. Okay, and so I will now roll to attack. +4,
Nice.
21. Does that hit?
That hits. Seven damage.
Yep.
Jesus.
And that will be fire damage.
Fire. Okay. There was
And so that will be a total of 12 damage.
Okay. That's a fucking big boy. Big daddy. So you fucking blast this thing out, you blow his ethereal beard off. He no longer has a beard. And you've just fucking decimated a whole bunch of components to the structure of bones that makes up this skeleton.
Okay. Bonus action.
Yes.
Nimble escape
Okay.
up in this corner. And I can, never mind. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Refreshing the Tides of Chaos, does that require a bonus action, or is just you just do it?
That is just the thing that happens.
Okay.
Double check. I'm gonna triple check right now for you. But no, you then regain the use of this feature once it's done.
Okay. I need 3 Constitution saving throws from Milo. By the way, we forgot to do this for your checks.
Oh, 3 con saves.
Yep.
Now, a 16.
Okay.
Ooh, a 6.
Okay, so you've broken
Drop
concentration.
concentration, yeah.
Okay, Britain's gonna she's just hitting the first thing in front of her. Though she is gonna go. She's gonna go a little reckless this time because she's a little frustrated with missing. So she's gonna get reckless.
No shot, Frank. She missed, Frank. Where's Feyorn?
Look at that. That's +5 with advantage. And she fucking whiffs, and she's getting pissed.
Oh.
But she actually ends just in the fire. She takes 1 fire damage.
I thought you can't end in the fire.
No, you can. You can. You just. I was just saying, like, if you don't want to take the damage.
Oh, I see.
Okay. But she fucking whiffs. Next up is going to be our boy, who actually grabs underneath his little robe and pulls out 2 green bottles.
He's not
And-
dead?
No.
Wow, okay.
And he chucks them both at Grix.
Hit me with it, baby.
Hold on. For a nat 1 and a 6. So 2 bottles of acid just splash against the wall, and the wall starts kind of smoking and has this gross, acrid smell to it. And you do not suck his bottles. Next up is going to be Feyorn. Oh, actually, sorry. He is going to move out of the way, by the way. So if you want that opportunity attack, you can do so.
I definitely do.
Okay.
A 14 to hit.
14. Okay. That will hit.
Okay, and I will roll my 1d8. Oh, dropped it. 1d8. That is going to be 10 bludgeoning damage.
10 straight up.
10. It was an 8 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. I rolled an 8 on the die.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fight was going to be way fucking harder. You shatter him, doing 20 bludgeoning damage because he's a skeleton, and you just fucking bottles start falling off of his belt as he just gets fucking plastered against the wall. I'm going to roll for a couple of these bottles to see if they break.
Can I say that, like, as he's running away, I shielded down onto his foot and then fucking hit Warhammer upwards.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Nice.
So 2 of the 3 bottles on the front of his belt there break, and they splash some mean fucking fire, filling the bottom side of this room, as it just kind of fucking cracks and smashes against the floor. So the whole bottom half of this room and then some is filled with fire. Sorry, Feyorn. You're up, buddy.
So glad I
Alrighty.
moved.
This guy's still alive.
Yes.
He is still alive.
I'm gonna whack him with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, Feyorn.
Let's go, baby.
Everyone turns into Wyatt at some point in their life.
Yeah.
11 does not hit. You get advantage though.
Yes, I do.
Oh, flanking.
Frank.
Nice.
Yes, I do. And it helped a lot.
Wow.
Can I, DM, tell me if I can do this. With that bottle, can I pour liquid out of it, or will that be a action? Would that be an action?
It says it's an action.
then I should read. I'm done.
Okay.
You're done or you're dumb? Which one?
Both.
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 Okay.
Both.
Ow.
Next up is Milo, then Wyatt.
Okay, great. If so boom boom, slam that guy as he's fucking running away, and then from up top coming straight back down, backhanding my warhammer to the face of this fucking scumbag.
Okay.
For a 15 to hit.
Yes.
And
Are you hitting north or south of you?
up top, north, sorry.
Okay.
This one.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
4? Okay. Okay. So you smash through, take out a good chunk of him, but he's still up.
Okay. And I'm unfortunately out of spell slots because I fucked around. So, okay, can I? I don't want to end here, boys. With that, I will step around to the other side of him to get out of the fire and risk the opportunity attack from this dickhead.
Which will be a 15 to hit.
Does he get it at advantage though? Because
No. Well,
okay.
I guess in theory he would.
Right, like if I'm like as I'm leaving that space, I'm still being flanked.
You know what? I would give it to you guys, so I'm gonna give it to me too.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's
Okay,
worse.
misses.
Okay.
And I end my turn there.
All right, Wyatt.
I'm gonna move my hex to this guy,
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
and I'm gonna give him the old LD beldy.
LDB. Hit him with that LDB.
Fucking tits. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna cry.
Done.
Me too, brother.
What kind of damage do your tears do?
Emotional.
Oh, Feyorn's down. He's vulnerable. Okay, next up we've got some Skelly boys. Milo, are you looking pretty rough right now?
I'm looking like I'm looking like I could
Use a
Use
kiss
a
on the
hand.
forehead.
I could use a hand. I'm looking like I've seen better days.
Okay. In that case, the skeleton closest to you is going to attempt to attack you normally. Can't fucking hit normally with a 7. The other one that's down at the bottom here is going to attack Mr. Feyorn for a 16 to hit
It hits.
for 4 piercing damage.
I just shut the door.
The door!
Reaction?
Oh fuck, dude! The door raises AC by 20.
I should have shut the door on my bonus action.
You should have. So you're gonna take 4 piercing damage, and that's gonna be
Okay.
it. Grix, you're up. Oh, sorry. Actually, this one's gonna loop up this way, and then the other one is going to take 1 fire damage. Go ahead. Griggle.
Move down.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to. I can't just use Tides of Chaos just to use it, correct? It has to be when I'm using it on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yes.
This is I can gain. Okay, perfect. Just double checking. I'm gonna come up to what? Actually, before I say anything, before I do anything to Wyatt,
Milo.
how's this skeleton? Milo, sorry, my bad. How's this skeleton looking? Is it missing some bones?
The one beside you is pretty fucked up.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the skeleton
Okay.
with my Chaos Bolt. I'm not fucking around here.
Okay, so you're just going to attack normally then if it's the one in front of you.
Oh, because it's because of range shit. Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Dope. Dude, dope.
Not bad.
And then I will bonus action. Nimble escape.
Yeah, that door's open, by the way, if you want to go in there.
you could have done it in the opposite order.
I could have,
Oh,
but it's too late now, and yeah, I didn't even think.
you know what?
Completely forgot that door was there. I'll be honest.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know what? You'll allow it.
No, I won't allow it. But it's a good learning moment. Okay. Next up is Miss Britton. Let's see.
Please.
Should I click the button harder?
Sorry.
Or like what should I do here?
I'm sorry.
So she's got advantage.
Phrank.
There's her roll.
Thank God. Wow.
It's about time.
Wow.
Bro. Check this out.
She just turns this shit into dust.
No. It's still fucking alive.
2d12 plus 3. Did she roll a 9?
She rolled a 9. So she's gonna take some fire damage because she doesn't give a fuck. And she is she takes 5 fire damage, holy shit. But the skeleton still stands, boys. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Next is gonna be Feyorn. Still up.
Feyorn.
I'm gonna use the bottle.
Give me an F.
What bottle?
Give me an E.
bottle?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And I want to say acid. And I
Okay.
want to pour it all over the skeleton.
Okay.
Oh, they're immune.
Acid. Nothing comes out.
Frank, how dare you? I'm shutting the door.
Okay. You can move away without taking an opportunity attack if you want.
I didn't move. I just.
I know
just
you
shut the
can.
door.
You can if you want. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Milo?
Milo's dead. I'm sorry. Milo.
Yeah. I am just same thing. I'm going Warhammer, but I'm like lunging it forward to like bludgeon through this thing's chest.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Hits.
Ow.
I don't think there's a way this stays alive.
It fucking better not, dude.
Rolls on that one.
It
I think
is
it was-
8 bludgeoning damage.
So it works out to 16. Fucking, it's dust. You fucking obliterate this thing.
Cool.
Crushed.
And then I'm gonna back away. Fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm not walking back into the fire, that's for damn sure. I'm gonna back away into this room to try and back up Grix just in case anything's going on.
Okay.
I'm at my turn.
Okay. Next is going to be Wyatt. You hear Milo smash through the door, and a skeleton goes down.
Open sesame. I'm going in. To my dear surprise, I got 2-weapon fighting. So I'm gonna hit a dagger on this guy twice.
Interesting.
Okay.
First, it's gonna be a 7 to hit.
That misses.
Oh my god, and a 10 to hit. Bro, this is just...
Do you get advantage?
Oh,
You do get advantage, so you can re-roll both of those.
I'm just gonna say 1 miss. Holy. Okay, 19.
Okay.
Finally got some going on. 4 piercing damage.
4 plus
4
your hacks,
piercing.
right?
Oh. 1 necrotic,
1 necrotic. Okay.
Surely it's dead.
which is
Big.
0 necrotic.
So it crumbles. You fucking obliterate it. Combat has ended, and Britain is left standing, fucking baffled, staring at her axe in disbelief. For so
I want
long,
to cast a spell, by the way, once you're done.
she takes another 2 fire damage and then runs out of the fire,
Jeez
which lasts
Louise.
for another minute. But go ahead. Sorry, Grix.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on Milo.
Myself.
Yep,
You
myself.
just steal
Yeah, fuck you,
yourself.
sorry. And I will rejuvenate my Tides of Chaos. So
Okay.
let me do that for you. Roll d20. So close. And then I will roll the healing real quick, lack.
Okay.
2d8s. Roll. Oh, it's 1d8. Sorry.
Bro, what if you just turned into a potted plant?
+2, so it's 9.
Nice,
Okay,
thank you.
very good. Nice. Okay. So as you are all standing there, so again, the fire lasts about a minute. And as you're all standing there, in the first room, you kind of are given a minute to take things in. It is pretty barren. It really is just kind of like a initial room hiding this like semi-secret room in the back. In the back room, it looks a little bit like a laboratory. There's three
Laboratory?
small copper pots that are kind of lying amidst this debris. There is a bench that runs down the west wall. On the bench, there's jars of powders and liquids, several pieces of chemical apparatus. There's a table against the south wall forming an L shape with the bench. There's a book open on the table. Also on the table is a candlestick with a tiny stump of unlit candle still in it, and a variety of other items that, even in the dim light, shine with the warmth of pure gold.
Yeah, I'll approach the table and I will before immediately loot goblining the gold, can I like inspect the desk and see if there's any hidden compartments potentially?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Okay. How about I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos.
You
Give
can do it
myself
just
advantage
on
on this.
a regular check.
You can gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Nice, okay, that's good.
So investigation, you said?
Yep. Okay, very good.
I'll take the first one. You don't mind?
So you actually do find that there is there's a little hidden drawer within a small drawer hanging off the bottom of the desk, the desktop. So you kind of pop it open and then you kind of feel back underneath and you feel that there's this little drawer back there, and you find tools that seem like their primary use is for flattening and smoothing gold. And it seems as though, so as you kind of look at that, you look at the items and you inspect them closer, it seems as though all of these items were just plated with gold using this toolkit.
Oh. So I'll take the toolkit and I will take the gold coated items.
Okay, so on the table, which by the way, by this point, like everybody can fucking be wherever they want.
I would have Milo wouldn't be like watching over Grix at this. Like after noticing that nothing was going on really in here, I would have stepped back out to like reconvene with the group to kind of figure out what's going on with the skeleton's body here and stuff like that. So if that changes whatever Grix would do, then
Okay.
Nope.
So there's a human skull, there's an apple, a rose, and then there's 5 small discs that look like balance weights for like a scale that are all plated in gold. And then let me see here. Is there anything else? There are also a stack of gold coins totaling 47 gold. One of them is halfway through the flattening process.
One of the coins.
One of the coins.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's technically 46 gold then.
Yeah.
Can I put the one that's halfway through the flattening process in the tools and try finishing it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I want to do that.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy process. Like there's like a notch on this, basically like this wooden plate, and then there's like a kind of like a crank and it just kind of feeds this notch forward with the gold coin, and it just slowly rolls out the gold from the coin.
So it's the human skull, the apple, rose, and balance disc are all coated in gold.
That's right.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. As for you guys in the other room, you can do what you'd like. However, I will say that something does catch your eye as you're in this room. There is a glimmering coming off of the kind of fire, which I'll say some of it still smolders, providing a little bit of light in the room. And there's like a glint that comes off of a couple of the bones from the alchemist that's lying on the floor. And you see that there are 2 rib bones that have been coated in gold as well.
Okay. Yeah, can I bend down and inspect the alchemist? Does he have anything that I like that we could identify that this is the guy who, in kind of the tales of this mansion, you know, does he have any markings on him, or his robes have any
Dental records.
Yeah, dental records.
I will say that there's nothing particularly on him. There is obviously the bottles that, you know, kind of make him look like he's doing some sort of alchemy, which lines up with that other stuff. Also, his bones are, you know, a couple of his rib bones being coated in gold. Outside of that, I will say no. However, in inspecting him a little bit closer, you do find inside his robe, so where he was reaching before, you see what he was reaching into, and you find a bag of holding in his robe.
Ooh. Okay. I'll grab the bag of holding. If I can grab any bottles that haven't broken or anything as well as the bones, and kind of just collect it all to present to the group.
Okay. So you have one of the bottles did not break, and it is a bottle. We're going to call it a bottle of empowered Alchemist's Fire. So Alchemist's Fire typically does 1 D4. This one does 1d6, and it leaves an area on the ground that is that lingers in fire.
Does it look like it belonged to a water genasi?
The bag of holding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just kidding.
That bag of holding is going to be... That's going to go down in history. Okay.
Okay. I will just present it to the group. His bag, the only potion that survived, and a couple of gold ribs. I think this is our guy. I know Grix is inside here. Maybe we can check things out.
Yeah, why not?
And then walk in.
Weren't we looking for a stone? Wasn't there talk of a stone?
Yeah,
there was talk of an alchemist was here trying to create or find the philosopher's stone. And the point of the philosopher's stone is that it turns objects or items into gold.
I'll say like these, and I'll hold up the ribs.
Yeah, I think, yeah, and I'm gonna present some of the items as well, like the human skull, the apple, and that like, you know, all the items that Phrank described. Yeah, just like this, and I'll show them the tools that I found in the hidden drawer, along with the gold. And I said, hey, if we can split this if you would like, I can give you guys each 10 gold.
Hey, Phrank.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry, go ahead.
So does that mean he didn't create this? These plated items are falsified. They're not.
Well, it looks like the tools that I have, it helps it. These plates here, it looks like this tool creates counterfeit gold coins. Is that a correct description, an apt description there, Phrank?
No, it takes the gold coins and it flattens them out, creating plating.
Oh, to put on the items. I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw in here as well, because nobody addressed this. There was also an open book on the table, and as you were up there, Grix, you would have at least caught the title of it. So the book is called Ye Secret of Ye Philosopher's Stone, with no author acknowledged.
Oh. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Can I take the book then and like obviously show it to the group and say, you know, this might have secrets. I'll have to read it and find out, and might tell us what the origins of the Philosopher's Stone is, or maybe tell us more about it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the time to do that. Was there maybe a diary or a journal or something else by chance that could maybe tell us what happened to him? I can't imagine he was always a skeleton with an ethereal beard.
I didn't see anything around here. This is the only book I found. You're more than welcome to look around as well, and like there's another part of the desk I didn't really look into. So
Yeah, I'll go look in the desk for other books, journal, diary, something like that maybe has him like documenting his research or happened to him day 478.
So I'll say, the desk has pretty much been cleared off. The drawer has pretty much been cleared off. There are a couple of papers underneath, like underneath the desk. One of which describes a, it's like a journal entry that talks about, you know, a certain person, and it's kind of like written in vagaries, talking about, you know, I have to find him. He's the only one with a real stone. In the meantime, I can at least make people believe I have to head to the Abbey.
Okay. So I'll grab that, read through it. There's this. It seems like a journal entry speaking of somebody else who has the real stone. It doesn't have a name, but it says that, assuming it's the skeleton outside, he needed to get to the Abbey. Not now, but could be our next place to check for this Philosopher Stone. Is anybody familiar with a place called the Abbey?
Are we, Mr. DM?
No.
Nope.
not I.
I said no. Oh.
Well, we can revisit this whenever. Does anybody else anything else they'd like to do in here specifically, or should we maybe start getting to prep for what's to come?
No, we need to take a moment here, and we need to fabricate the most bullshit story to make Sambalet feel bad that he didn't open this himself. Right? What do we got here?
The location of the Philosopher's Stone, potentially.
No.
Oh, we don't want to tell the truth. We want to lie.
I want the biggest lie you can come up with. I want to say that there was a child here encrusted in gold.
Well, we don't want to make it too enticing for him to want to try to get in here. I mean, we could. Okay, we could. I think I could roll with. We could roll with something like that. We can make it. I think we can make it better.
Okay, what do you got?
The skeletons that were in here, one was completely covered in gold as well. More gold, the better.
Maybe it was the alchemist. He turned himself and his baby into gold.
And we can say that his name is Midas.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how he fares. You spent months trying to get to this thing. We cleared it up in 2 minutes. I'll start walking back to the.
Oh, very good. Well, that sounded interesting. I saw the fireworks, and you all don't look so bad. Well handled. I suppose I could have opened that door myself a little earlier.
Man, you won't believe what we found in there. It was really worth the 2 minutes it took us to dispatch the room.
There's two bodies in there. Very interesting bodies.
Sounds, boring.
Maybe, and I'm gonna like flick one of the gold coated discs on the beds beside him. You know what that is?
It looks interesting. Not the stone, though.
Where do you think we got this from? And I'll pull out the gold skull and place it on the foot of the bed.
Are you telling me there are full skeletons? Made of what? Solid gold?
There's one.
Oh, there's
This
two.
is-
What are you
this is-
talking about?
You're right. There's two. There's a bigger skeleton and there's a smaller one. Well, almost like a child skeleton. But this skull isn't from either. We created this skull back there from what we found.
Okay, give me a deception check. I'll give you advantage because you've got the props to go with it.
Yes, sir. Roll D20.
Oh,
Nice.
I'll take the first roll, please.
Okay, and what's the additives on that?
Oh, the added is +2.
+2. Okay.
21.
91.
Okay.
It's what every fucking skeleton rolled against me during that combat.
Well. Are we splitting this up?
ha! Come on, Sandy B. Did you really think that was going to be the case?
What did you do? What did you do?
I told you what was back there. I could have lied to you.
Oh, fuck you. You did none of the work. Why should you reap any of the rewards for doing zero of the work?
And you can see this kind of like bitter look on his face starting to take over. I suppose you might be right.
I am right. There's no
So you
might be. I am right.
So you
listen,
have the
listen.
stone?
Grix,
Yes.
give him the skull. We'll keep the stone. It's the least we could do.
But he didn't do anything to deserve
Hey,
it.
hey,
Like,
hey. We've got the stone now. What does it matter?
You're
We could
right.
turn his butt cheeks into gold if we want to.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
please don't. And Britain goes, please do.
I guess I can leave this.
And if
here.
he runs, I'll chop those cheeks off.
You gotta mount them too, above your fireplace.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
I like it. Picasso.
So,
Okay.
While this is kind of going on, and when Sandalette had mentioned like, yeah, but you guys didn't find the Philosopher's Stone, can I pull out the, like, kind of as hidden as I can, like nonchalantly pull out the bag of holding and reach in to feel around what is in there?
Absolutely. You feel a couple of things.
oh, he can't keep a straight face.
You feel 2 bottles. And you kind of like, you're searching around, you kind of come back, you feel the bottles again, you like move them to the side. And I need you to give me a perception check.
Ooh.
In his own bag of holding? Come on, Frank.
Damn it.
He's not pulling it out, he's just... What'd you get?
An 8.
An 8? Okay.
Man.
You feel something a little bit warm and a little bit hairy.
It's a ball sack.
Can I pull that out?
It's a ball sack.
Sure. So you kind of like bump up against it, and then you go to like reach for it, and you can't find it anywhere. Like you get your whole arm in there, and you're like feeling around, and you can't feel it anymore.
Okay. I don't want to raise suspicion, but I will. I'm gonna go back into this room. I'm gonna go back all the way into here. Just walk back in, and I'm gonna look harder into this bag to figure out what that was. What I'll do is I'll pull out the 2 bottles. I'll see what they are. Set them down, and then go back in and try and grab this, whatever.
Okay. So, you're just like looking into the bag?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab the bottles out, inspect them, see what they are.
Okay.
And then yes, if I'm reaching and I still can't get it, if I'm looking and I can't see it, I will flip the bag upside down and try and shake whatever the fuck that was out.
So I'll say you reach in, you can't feel it. You open the bag and you look inside, and you see kind of like almost like a blob of like just black matted hair. And then through the hair, you see these 2, like almost like the reflection on a cat's eyes, like how it like kind of glimmers in the dark. That's what you see through the hair. I think that's a great spot to end the session, so we're just gonna do that. But
Fucking Christ. Okay.
yeah, I think we'll call that there.
Feyorn, can you speak to blobs of hair with eyes? Is that a spell that you have?
If it's a creature.
Holy shit! Wait, what were the 2 bottles?
So they were bottles of acid.
Okay.
So
Can I do one last thing before we end session?
Yeah.
Can I use one of my sorcery points to regen one of my spell slots to then cast Cure Wounds on myself to refresh my Tides of Chaos to roll
Jesus
on
Christ.
Tides of Chaos roll on the table?
Sorry, what spell are you casting?
I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, I see.
I'm using one of my sorcery points to regain